and what it meant to DJ Scott LaRock.
Notorious, I cross you like a jelly bean. I'm hip-hop. 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 Hip-hop.
And what it meant to DJ Scott LaRock.
And now, our feature presentation.
All righty, what it do? Another day, another Hip Hop Wednesday. And man, you know, it's crazy. It's crazy out there. But my special guest, my co-host, gonna break it down, and then I'm gonna shoot my views a little bit. But before I start, I'd like to give a happy birthday shout out to my girl Mel from Detroit. She turned me on to this. You know what I'm saying? Is that moonshine? So for her birthday, I guess I'll step a little outside the box and try it tonight. I'm gonna need a little something to get the night through. So yeah, it's getting nasty out there, man, and I ain't never seen nobody most hated in today's time. And it's on so many levels, man, so many levels. But we're gonna break everything down. And my co-host, she knows hip hop. She's into this hip hop thing as deep as I am. And when it comes to lyrics and lyrical, I don't put nobody above her when it comes to arguing the being genuine as far as authentic hip hop. You know, the Hammers and the Young MCs, the Hammers, Tone Loc, Vanilla Ice, they did their thing, you know what I'm saying, their contribution in hip hop. But when you was turned on to hip hop in the 80s and early 90s, when it was real hip hop, when they were saying something, when they stood for something, when the culture was the culture, it's just hard to digest artists that's not from that era or don't represent what that era stood for. And that's where my co-host stands. And I'm gonna bring her on. and let her introduce herself. Hold on a moment. Let me go back. Okay. Whoops. Where you at, Kimmy? Okay. All righty. Kim K. What's happening? Long time no see, man. It was like early 90s, mid 90s, throwing parties in the row and shit. I mean, we used to turn up, man.
Yeah.
Long time. I've been checking you out, you know what I'm saying, your little posts and everything, and you be going in, you be giving them hell. But I
Not
was
part of
like,
it.
I mean, it's always been you, but I was just saying, I'm like, I see the comments and they come on there, and then you say one or two things, they disappear. I'm like, this one tough cookie here, but
Everybody can't take the heat. You
oh
know,
man, I said
everybody
I
ain't
gotta
meant
get
to
her
be in the
on.
kitchen.
I gotta get
Everybody can't
her
cook.
on. I've been contemplating though on quite a few topics on getting you on, but when the hip hop thing came and I saw how you studied the moves and the angles of this particular battle, I say, man, I'm just gonna get her on here and let you break it down. But a lot of people at first was like, oh, man, it's up, man. You need to do this, man, because Drake this, Drake that, and then Kendrick this, Kendrick that. Then when Kendrick bodied him, I'm like, okay, man, we didn't do it last Wednesday, so we didn't do it my Wednesday in April. We're gonna bring everything together because actually, I thought the battle was gonna go on to at least last week, and then we'll have something more to talk about and still anticipate another drop. But Kendrick came in this thing like an angry Tyson back in 88, 89, 90. Like, I'm waiting on you to say something. And so when he knocked him out, pow, pow, back to back, you know what I'm saying? When he did that, I start hitting my people up. Okay, man, what's up, man? Y'all ready for the podcast? We're gonna do it uh the last, the third Wednesday, this month. They stopped responding. And I was like, come on, man, that's fake. Even if that's your go-to man, at least, fight it, accept that L and say, boom. So I said, okay, even you reached out to one or two little Drake fans and they don't want no part of it. They don't even want to, step up. And I understand you you old school, okay? So you still have those old school morals, old school that's rooted in you. So if you got a dog in the fight and your dog lose, you just gonna say, "Hey, my dog lost." You know what I'm saying? What are you gonna dap down? You don't sway because everybody is going with this person, that person. They're buying Birkin bags, and you like to guess the Gucci pouch. You're not gonna just throw away your Gucci pouch just to get that bag. So, but the newer generation, they kind of want to sway with whatever is happening right now. So introduce yourself, tell what you represent. If you have any social media pages or merch or something, let them know who Kim K is. I call you Kimmy, but let them know who Kim K is.
All right. I'm Kimberly Douglas. I'm not really big on social media. I have a YouTube page. If you guys, if you enjoy my opinion at the end of the show, then I'll let you know what it is. I'd like for you guys to get to know my opinion first. So don't rush to my page and just get to bombarding it with opinions that you feel are counter to mine just cause. As far as it relates to hip hop, I consider myself to be a hip hop head. I like all type of hip hop. But I guess since I'm a '70s baby, I have a preference toward lyrics and people who kind of speak to our culture. So you could say my favorite rappers, Biggie, Tupac, that like no one no one even excels to their level, in my opinion. As far as this Kendrick and Drake beat, I do like Kendrick. I've liked Kendrick since about 2011, 2012. I bought the Mad, excuse me, Good Kid, Mad City album. I've liked him from the jump. I've also liked Drake. You know what I'm saying? But I've also thought that Drake was into cultural appropriation just based on some behavior. There's a lot of videos out there that shows that Drake is absolutely clueless to African American culture. But I guess when you think about it from the aspect of music, to some, it's not relevant. And I feel like up until a certain point, it really wasn't relevant until Kendrick made it relevant. Um, Also, I think when we look at Hollyweird, there's a lot of things that take place in Hollyweird that the normal
You
person
took
would
my
not.
word because I was going to use that night. Weird, but go ahead. You got me.
Yeah,
Come on.
the normal person wouldn't even be cool with a lot of the things that take place in Hollyweird. So when you look at a lot of the accusations that Kendrick Lamar put out there, it made you start to research things just to see if it was all hype or if there was some truth to it or if it was just lies told in the midst of a battle. And in the midst of kind of doing research, you do see that there's information out there that does not necessarily make what Kendrick said to be absolutely 100% true. However, it does um, make it seem like there's some substance to the accusations that he put out there. Now, when I was on social media, I made it a point to say, let's not even focus on the accusations. Let's just focus on the actual lyrical content. Lyrically, I don't feel like they're in the same class at all. Drake is somebody I would consider to have no substance. That's
Hammer.
just my personal opinion. He's just a
MC
rapper.
Hammer.
Exactly. No
That's
substance.
it.
Nothing personal against MC Hammer. He happened to have relatives from the town we're from. And you know what
Right.
I'm saying? I have
No.
Burrells
But
in my family who are my cousins. So it's
yeah,
nothing
no
personal
substance
against
is,
MC
you
Hammer.
you
It
you
kind
like
of
the cultural.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of this video where they were doing this interview and the girl asked Tupac a question, and Tupac was like, millions of crack rock was sold. Don't make it good just because millions were sold. And it's kind of, I feel like that kind of is relevant to Drake, MC Hammer, and all artists that have no substance to, the music or the product that they produce. Also, for all of these hip hop artists who benefited from Drake being on their music, for all of them to turn on him, like, to me, it's real lazy to just say it's hate. It's got to be something else deeper there. So that's another thing. Just, what I'm saying, the cultural appropriation. I know a lot of people like to say he's black. How can he culturally appropriate? Bro, there's videos out there with this dude at his home showing his house out with his mom and his grandma. His culture was not like ours. He was raised by a white Jewish mother, and there was a white grandma in the house. When no black people around. So to even pretend that skin color is culture when it's not. Culture and complexion or ethnicity or race, those are all different things.
Okay. Now I know you probably know this guy. You know B-Ray, right? The guy, the white guy who hung with Soup and all them. But he was raised by a white woman. I think his dad is even white.
Who'd you
But when
say?
you talk to him, you wouldn't even know that. You
Who'd
know
you
what I'm
say
saying?
again?
He's a white guy. Because when I was calling him white when he came on the podcast, he's like, I'm not white. Don't call me white. But he now the Jewish community, the white woman. Okay, yeah, he's not that. Eminem. You know what I'm saying? We accept Eminem. The Beastie Boys was shit. My crew. Okay. Now
Not
let me
the
clear this
same.
up before, because I know you're gonna jump on this one. Okay. A lot of people talk about the blackface thing that Drake did. I researched that a while ago when it first came out. because who was that? Was it Tommy Hilfiger trying to come out with something that was kind of like what? Who was that? No, I don't think it was Hilfiger.
No, it wasn't
It might have been,
Hilfiger.
but they was coming out with something that was controversial because we didn't like the clothing or how they had the people covering up the hoodie would cover up the face, looking like
Yeah.
blackface. And so when I saw that, then the pictures came of Drake, and then I read the interviews, and he was saying that he was auditioning for a part. This was right while he was doing the Degrassi thing, and I was like, people throws that up, but I'm like, that's no more than our people that audition for the Aunt Jemimas or the movies where the black men dressed in blackface that we watched the black and white movies. So I was like, okay, I gave him a pass, on that.
You had to go what? You had to go 60, 80 years in the past? Because when you say dressed up like Aunt Jemima, that's 60, 80 years in the past. But if you had to go in the past to justify it, more power to you.
Well, if he's auditioning for a part, which he says allegedly, that's a part. So if somebody come to you right now and they say they need you they're gonna give you $500,000 to do a 30-minute part, dressed in blackface or dressed like Aunt Jemima saying Tom. I mean, and we actually used to sit and watch Tom and Jerry with that woman with the thing, Tom, all that, and we didn't think nothing of it. So if somebody offering you money and you're getting a part like that right out there where you are, because y'all cast all the time out there, you'll turn that money down because it's degrading to the culture?
To be perfectly honest, if I was in a position where somebody's going to offer me $500,000 to do that, I feel like there are going to be other opportunities out there. Now, let me just give you my background.
Okay.
My mom, I was raised in the Nation of Islam. My mama was one of 10 blacks chosen in Morehouse Parish to integrate schools. So you see what I'm saying? So my upbringing may be different from the next person. I'm not fucking dressing as Aunt Jemima. You know what I'm saying? I'm not doing that. I feel like if there's money out there for me to do that, it's another way to get bread. It's another way to break in the industry and seek out opportunities. And if it's not, well, then I'm just going to get into transportation or some kind of VA business. That's the way I see it. I feel like it's so easy to say, well, I'm going to sell out for money. That's, you know what I'm saying? That it's so easy to say that. It's so easy to take that route. Like, at what point do we say, you know
enough
what?
is enough. I'm going to stand on more.
Let me ask you this. Do you think Denzel Washington will take a role where do you think he's going to take a role where it's going to degrade black people? Or do you think his image is built on being a pinnacle in the black acting community where he wouldn't take it?
I mean, now, but what movie was that? When he in a movie where I'm trying not to get him confused with Cuba, but wasn't he in a movie where they beat him like a slave or something? Wasn't that Denzel? And he was taking them licks.
He was in a Civil War movie, but I think that was Glory. So,
but no, but what he stands on today, it would really be
Will Smith might take it, but I doubt Denzel would. Do you think Angela Bassett want to dress up like Mammy? You think that's what she want to do?
Now,
Halle Berry might take the Mammy role, but I don't think Angela Bassett gonna do it.
But this kind of like what we felt when Denzel had to play that bad, which is my favorite movie. I think I even got that on my social media as one of my favorite movies. Training Day, when he played, that ruthless,
the corrupt police officer. They exist.
rotten cop. Man, that was that.
Yeah, they exist in this day and time. Ancient Mammy don't exist in this day and time. Corrupt cops exist in 2024. Ancient Mammy don't.
But if that was the role they wanted him to, play, so
there are plenty of interviews out there where Denzel talk about turning down roles because he like, no, that ain't what I'm trying to do.
Right.
I think that he's probably open to doing like just say characters that are negative in this day and age. I feel
Right.
like maybe
Okay.
he open to that. But playing a house nigga
Yeah.
from 1730, I don't really
Yes.
think he's interested
Yes,
in
sir,
doing
ma'am.
that. I don't think
Yes,
he's
sir,
interested
ma'am.
in doing that. Like, I'm not trying to say, and this is just to kind of move the discussion forward. I'm not trying to say Drake ain't black. I'm not trying to say Drake a house nigga, but he really is. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to say that, but that's the reality. There's videos out there like this one video I just sent my homeboy where I don't know what the hell he was talking about. He was like, but man, that nigger, not nigga, but nigger with the hard ER. That already let you know that you are completely oblivious to the culture. Nigger with the hard ER. Like
Yeah.
that is just mind-boggling. The hard ER. You ain't say nigga. Kendrick Lamar said we don't want to hear you say nigga no more. He's talking about Nigga. He wasn't even talking about Nigger. So that
Right.
just show you how oblivious he is. Like, really, you said nigger. Seriously. So what that tells me is you are really like clueless about African American culture, though you come here and you win off our culture. That's why Kendrick was able to body him so easily.
Okay. Now he okay. Now I've been watching him just like when we were watching J. Cole. Also, who else? It was J. Cole. Uh, who is that guy that's saying "Do It"? I do it. When he first came out, he was sounding like Drake. They all came out at the same time. I think
If
he was
we're
on.
honest, J. Cole wasn't the big three. The big three initially in 2012 was really Wale, Drake, and Kendrick.
Yeah,
J.
I wonder
Cole
what
was,
happened
they were
because
people
Wale
weren't
did
saying,
fade out.
yeah, in 2012, niggas weren't saying J. Cole. Remember at this point, Wale had Lotus Flower Bomb. He had that song Bad with Rihanna. It was Wale. It was not J. Cole.
Okay,
J.
so
Cole just so happened to, you know what I'm saying? He was like on the outs.
why
Not
do you
that,
think
not to like people ain't start saying J. Cole until
Cricket Smile probably?
that album that dropped, what was that, 2014, the one that had, what was the one that with his home address? Let me pull up the album. But like honestly, it was Kendrick and Drake and position three, and it like rotated.
Yeah, and
Because honestly, in 2012, I wasn't saying J. Cole. I was like Wale, Drake, and Kendrick.
but why did y'all? And I know, like I said, we're gonna get back on topic, but since you're talking about that, what happened with? I like lyrics too. Came from the area. My favorite artist, like I say, is KRS One. From back then, I feel like he'll body any of them today. But what happened with the Big Sean's and Fabulous got hella lyrics? Why did kind of sit them back? Was it because they wasn't coming out with material? Because they had the lyrics. And I thought Big Sean, because he sounded so much like Drake, because I used to get their music confused when it first came out because Drake was so hot. And then Big Sean come out. And if you listen to Big Sean now, he still sounds a little bit like the hungry Drake before Cash Money. And what he got a new song out now. And I'm hoping because we need some new lyricists out there that I'm hoping this song catch fire, which they've been playing it a lot on the satellites. But why did we sleep on those two? And Fabulous released a song, and if you don't have it, I'm gonna have to send it to you. At the beginning of the year, 4 months ago. And when I tell you he spit the lyrics, man, look, when you hear this, if you haven't heard it, Fab goes off. So I'm like, why did we sleep on those two when they came out around the same time?
Fabulous is a generation before them. Fabulous is going to be included with like the Jay-Z's and the Ja Rules. He's in that
He didn't
generation.
really catch fire until late.
Yeah, but we're not talking about catching fire. We talking about what generation you belong with.
Okay.
That's so they're
Okay.
not gonna they're not gonna this generation don't know Fab like that.
Wow.
Big Sean, like I told you, seat three was rotate like it's rotating. Like I do remember some people saying Big Sean. It was Wale, Big Sean, J. Cole. Seat three wasn't like that seat wasn't permanent. It was rotating.
Okay.
Like it was
Okay.
like Wale, some people saying Big Sean, and then later on down the line, J. Cole position became permanent. But J. Cole wasn't permanent until he dropped that album. I actually just opened it up on my phone. 2014 Forest Hill Drive. The
Yeah.
album that had what was it? No Role Models. That's the album where
Yeah.
he had no features. That's the album that put him on
Okay.
because it was like that album tight. He don't got no features. He did a lot of production himself. Like he nice. That's the album that put him in the big three where he was like, okay, it's Drake, it's Kendrick, and it's J. Cole. But initially it was just Drake and J. Cole. I mean Drake and Kendrick. Their seats were permanent off the cuff. First album, both of them. Both of their
Yeah.
first albums, their seats were permanent. J. Cole first album, I had that album and it was cool. I liked Nobody's Perfect with him and Missy.
Yeah.
You know, like and I forgot the other song, but that was about it.
Yeah.
And
He
it
didn't
didn't
come
have
with
a
the
lot of
fire.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like his first album wasn't all that. But it was between like him, Wale, and Big Sean. Wale image got ruined. And I can't really say what happened with Maybach Music. You really never know with these labels what's going on behind the scenes. Like I don't know, they could have started pushing Meek Mills as opposed to Wale. You just
Right. I
never know
think
what's
that's
going
what
on
happened.
behind. You never know what's going on behind the scenes. Um, and a lot of people liked Big Sean. I downloaded the last album Big Sean dropped, which was what 2020, I think.
Yeah.
Um, some song called The Wolves. He just not my cup of tea. He cool.
What about his new song? You
I
haven't
haven't
heard it?
heard it.
Oh man.
You put me on you put me on something new. I mean, like
Okay.
I like Drake, but he don't have no substance. I know as a person from Louisiana, I'm finna say something to offend many. I like Wayne, but that nigga don't have no substance either. Sorry. Sorry.
Yeah. I mean, I feel you
Lyrically,
going to
he nice. He
because of
nice.
your background, because of your background, and that's why I think you and I'll be good on this hip hop thing because your background being from what the pro black where you came from and loving lyrics, and then me loving lyrics but being a DJ who understands the different, and you understand the different type of music, but I have to study it a little bit more to get a different view because at first when I got deep into DJing and I had the DJ college crowds. The college crowds vibe to anything that I played, and that was one of the first real gigs I had was DJing for University of Pine Bluff, and you have people from Chicago, New York, St. Louis, and so I was able to just be all over the place. But when I was in Louisiana and I had to do teen gigs or high school after game parties, they wasn't on to the Jay-Z's. I couldn't play Biggie. I couldn't play
Yeah.
Tupac. You know what I'm saying? And so they was like, he played a couple songs we like, and so they was kind of complaining a little bit.
Louisiana
And so I
different.
tell people I was on that Kanye, that college dropout. Man, they was like, he okay, but he ain't really playing what we want to hear. So I said, okay. When the board came to me, they was like, they like you, you're hype, the party's going, but they say you're not really playing a lot of songs they want to hear. I said, I tell you what happened to make me a list. So then they start coming with all these hot boys, ghetto boys, and I was like, okay. Well, I
Yeah,
really don't
yeah,
have a lot.
beats over lyrics type music. Yeah,
Yeah, I was
and
on to that lyric and I was like, man, this is dope. You know, blah, blah. And I'm chatting on the land. They looking at me like, what are you playing? And especially when Kanye dropped that damn College Dropout, man, I think I lost my mind. Every track, all that, I'm like riding and screaming at the top of my lungs. But your background, mine as a DJ, and then you go deeper because you study everything about that artist. When you find somebody you like, your ass gonna go where they were born, how old they are, what high school, you know, you like, okay, let me find out what's really going on with this nigga. You know, me, I just be like, shit, that's a tight ass jam, blah, blah. Then if they fuck up, then I say, okay, what this nigga done done? Okay, he from, you know, but you already be knowing it. You be like, you didn't know that? And I'm like, no, I didn't care to study it. So that's why you're deep. And so I was shocked that Drake would even go against somebody like Kendrick Lamar. And what I learned from that, and you had a lot of haters too, because we all, you know, in where we come from, whether we want to accept it or not, we kind of was looked at on certain it was a social status kind of class thing, you know what I'm saying? And we hung with people that was kind of closer. We hung with more people that was closer to our social, you know what I'm saying, our class a little bit. So when I saw them two going at it, okay, Drake, you hot on the charts, in the club, collabs, but to go against someone who's conscious, he had no business. And that's why I was telling you, I felt like maybe Cole would have been, but we both agreed. But you pointed out Cole wasn't hard enough. Cole can go deep, but he just didn't have that. Yeah. So if you know how you say,
what
if
Kendrick did, Cole ain't want that. His spirit wasn't gonna
yeah,
let him. His spirit
I
wasn't gonna
just
let him
wish
be a part of that. Plus,
the heart
now we
and
finding
spirit.
out that Schoolboy Q called him, and he heard songs in the background. That's what's being said. That he heard some cuts in the background. He probably was like, you know what? I don't want no part of this bullshit. I don't want none of
Yeah,
that. That ain't the life I'm
and which
living.
was
That
smart,
ain't what I'm doing.
which was smart. And
Yeah,
I
makes
don't
him
know,
seem the most mature. He seems the most mature.
was okay, ego. Now, and also while we're talking tonight, I'm gonna be touching up on male perspective. You know what I'm saying? Coming from perspective. Because I know you pro woman. So I'm gonna be speaking about male as we get on up, as it get heated. What you think was going through Drake's mind, even thinking he can touch someone with the lyrical skill? And let me tell you what I learned before I go deep. What I learned from their battle, and I was saying about this, when somebody say they don't like you, believe them. Because I know you used to be with people who didn't 100% care for you. I used to hang with people who I wanted to be down with. I thought we were cool, but they didn't 100% care for me. They're down for whatever we provide, whether it's the ride, whether it's when we pull up to McDonald's, we buy them something. You know, they was down with that. We got into an altercation with somebody, or we're going back and forth. They kind of shied to the back, and then we was like, okay, we didn't say nothing. We were like, okay, I see this one. I'm like, I ain't really down. So when I saw Drake accepted that challenge, okay, I said, okay, Drake finna come with a banger, something for the club, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, okay. So his first track, I'm on. You know, since it got you right down, since it got you right down, I'm like, okay, let's make a roll. Look at this right now. I'm like, whoa. Feel when I write down, I'm like, yeah, this nigga.
Oh, Ghost Riders went hard. Oh, my bad.
Man, that first track that he dropped, drop it, give me 50. And then Kendrick smartly, it's all with strategy. That dude, number one, he's older than Drake. So that's that wisdom. Number one, wisdom. I don't give a damn.
Let me Google. I promise it ain't.
Google.
If it ain't even finna be a year. It's not
Oh
finna be a
no,
year.
he probably got him at least. I'm gonna say Kendrick about what 45. Are you gonna say about 43?
Hell no. He 36. Drake older
Well,
than
I mean,
him. Drake older than him. I'm
he
done.
got an old soul
I'm
then,
done.
because that dude.
I'm done.
Okay, now Kendrick probably was raised by his dad then, or his uncle, because
He had both
he
parents
pulled
in
an
the house.
old school
He
move.
was in the house with both his parents. Don't get mad because Drake come from a single parent home and Kendrick had both his parents.
Okay.
Yeah, he had both his parents.
Okay,
That's
and you can tell. But a lot of people get mad at me when I talk about a single parent home compared to mother and father.
Hey, my parents was married. I give no cares about how somebody else feel about that. Matter of fact, I didn't experience both. My parents married and divorced one another. Let me see. They married 3 times and divorced one another twice. Yeah.
But that's some different. And that's different.
Out here ruining other people's life, acting like they want them, but really don't.
Wow. What shit. Yeah. That's crazy. But
So yeah, Drake older than your boy. Yeah,
wow.
Drake's older. So just go and admit in your mind, Drake childish.
That but he was inexperienced. It's kind of like, and then and that's what I was telling
okay. He's
one of my other partners.
inexperienced, but he's had 2 other rap beefs. One he won, the other one he got dragged in. So he's experienced winning and losing. Kendrick ain't never been in no rap beef, but he's
Yeah.
less experienced. Go ahead.
Kendrick stands in ciphers, and any rapper who can stand in a cipher and just murk people, I wouldn't have even accepted the challenge. I would have let him say what he said and left it alone, because, like Kendrick said, and like you stated, Kendrick was at home minding his own business. He said his rhyme. Kendrick been calling them clowns out. He been thumping their head. You know how you got that bully at school that'll walk by and thump your head and hope you say something? That's what Kendrick was doing to them. All of them. Even your J Rock, even your people.
I don't even appreciate, first of all, I don't even appreciate you I don't even appreciate you playing Kendrick like that, because that's not what happened. If we want to go back to the Control verse, what was that, 2013?
Right.
First and foremost, if you listen to the verse, it wasn't a thump. It was like, I love all y'all.
But my goal is to murder y'all.
Like, what's up on that?
I don't give a shit about none of you niggas. I love you.
No, it's like, what's up on them bars? Who got better bars than me? None of y'all do.
So he was calling them out.
This dude named Pusha T, J. Cole, Wale, Big Sean,
Jay Electronic.
So explain to me why this dude the only one offended. Why are you the only one offended? Because you arrogant and you childish.
That dude, but he the only one offended because he's one of the only ones that got the popularity out of all the ones he named. He the only one that's consistent and on all the charts, rock, pop, rap. So he's like he's the Michael Jackson of hip hop, Michael Jackson of rap. I'm not gonna say hip hop. Drake is a rapper. You have hip hop. Kendrick is hip hop. Drake is a rapper.
First of all, in the era of payola, I don't believe that. I don't know nobody who got a Drake album since nothing was the same. Not one person. That's what I was trying to figure out. See, this how we know that payola stuff real. Let's look at Cardi B, for instance. Everything Cardi dropped, everything she dropped in 2017, 2018, 2019, she like, I live on the top 10. I do this. Everything she dropped now, man, you barely making the top 20 of Billboard. When that payola run out, we see what it really is. Like, I don't believe that Drake numbers are what they say they are. I absolutely believe Kanye. I absolutely believe him. You know why? Because people like him and Nicki Minaj, they don't get the push, they don't get the payola, but we still debuting at number 1. So that let me know your fan is real.
But let me ask you this thing. Okay, let's just say we go with that. Okay. Is it not good music? When we hear Drake's songs, they are what they are.
Uh,
Um,
you want me to
even
play
that
the
little
last
singing
Drake
shit.
song
I'm
I
going
like?
home. Hold up now, I'm going home. I like Hotline Bling. I was on shit, man. Look, that Hotline Bling was a shit. Um,
Babe, I haven't listened to no Drake like talking about since nothing was the same. That's 2014. Like I consider myself a true hip hop head. When I get in my car, you know what come on? Well, right now, nothing like not like us is bumping. But I'm listening
right.
to Jay-Z. I'm listening to Biggie. Biggie is my favorite rapper.
Mine too. Hey,
He's
until
the
he died,
greatest.
yeah.
He's the greatest lyricist of all time, and
And
he ain't have
and I
no
want to speak
substance.
on that too. Thank you.
And
Let's
he ain't have
pause.
no substance. But why I still got him up there, and he ain't have no substance. I can't
Because
see Drake.
you like his wordplay, you like his he
Dude,
flows.
and
Because that
first
was
of
my
all,
he shut the game down.
First of all, I'm pissed off when I hear greatest diss songs of all time and What's Beef ain't number one. Like
I
it's,
agree.
it's
Look,
disrespectful to not even.
dude,
First, I
and
think
then
What's
I get
Beef.
pissed when they talk about storytellers and he's not listed. And like I said, girl, look, and I tell everybody this, everybody who knows me, when he died, I went about 3 days without eating because I thought it was a publicity stunt because he was coming out with the album Ready to Die. And my
Yeah,
partner called me from Houston, Cedric Chapel. He called me from Houston, my mentor actually. He said, "Hey man, you heard what happened to Biggie?" I was like, "Yeah, I mean, I saw I saw Kurt Warner on MTV talking about, he got some publicity stunt for the album." He said, "No, they killed him, blah, 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 blah." And man, look, when I tell you I didn't eat for about 3 days, and the same thing happened when Prince died. But and then they're trying to tarnish Biggie name by saying some guy in Mississippi was rapping
yeah.
the thing.
No,
And
but they
my thing
was.
is this:
I mean, when you
in the
listen,
rap game, and you
it's
know this
Diddy
too.
though. I could believe
In
it because it's Diddy.
I believe
And
it.
Diddy ain't nothing.
Look though,
I could
but
believe Diddy jacking that dude. I could believe Diddy jacking
mhm,
that dude's sweat. I
I
could
believe
believe it.
all that.
But
But
that has nothing to do. That has nothing to do with
do
Christopher Wallace
with
lyrical
Wallace and
ability.
his
That has
lyrics.
nothing to
Exactly.
do.
So that's
Like
what I want to say too.
life after
I
death.
want to touch up on that too tonight. And I meant to download the video. Because all the people who know how crazy it was on Biggie, oh man, check this out, check this out. So what I want to say to that is, we saw this nigga rapping before he met Puff, okay? And bullshit and party, Puff ain't had shit to do with it. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't even taking that serious. So okay, so first of all, we know who Puff is. So okay, you made his name similar. You took a similar beat, okay. But that dude in Mississippi didn't say, "Make my name taste like ass when you speak it. You see me in the streets, your jury get to
Right.
keep it. Like, make my name taste like ass when you speak it. Like,
Yeah, yeah. Come
how is
on,
this
man.
not the number one diss song of all time? It's
Dude.
disrespectful. They let me know people who be making these lists. You ain't no real hip hop head. You don't really listen to rap. You just hop on bandwagons. Because to overlook What's Beef, in my opinion, What's Beef like shits on Hit 'em Up. It's not even close. It's not
He
even
broke it
close.
down.
Tupac
And
sounds
like you
like
say,
an
with
immature
substance.
dude who mad, and I love Pac. He sound like an immature dude who mad, and Biggie sound like a fly dude on him. Like, you ain't even fading us. You know, first of
Yeah.
all, y'all not realize that Biggie and Puff coined the term player hater. So when you say hater, thank Puff and Big for that. Thank Puff and Big for that. Because that's the first time you ever heard it on Wax. That's the
Right.
first time you ever had it on. People don't even understand what Big gave to this culture. Like, this dude dropped 2 albums and I was already critically acclaimed as the greatest.
You know what? And then you have people hitting me up because they know how much I love them. How you gonna say he a top legend when he ain't do but 2 albums? That's all he needed. Just it's kind of like when
One
they say
album put him there.
Larry Bird
One
ain't have nothing
album.
but a 3-pointer. That's all he needed.
One album put him in the conversation with Pop. Put it like this. This is what I think, and I'm just gonna be real with you. I really think that East Coast West Coast beef was. I feel like it was hype. I feel like it was the media. I feel like it was hyped to sell records and people started buying into it. But if you go behind the scenes, you will clearly see that Biggie was leaving Bad Boy he was leaving Bad Boy
Yeah.
to to go to Rockefeller. They were creating a commission. The album didn't come out.
That's all he
had
kept
the
talking about.
contract.
The
So he
commission.
was leaving Bad Boy. And if you look on the Pac side, they were dropping these double discs because they were trying to get out of deals. He was leaving Death Row. I really don't feel like the beef was real. Because like when if you watch this interview where Biggie tell this story about Pac, he was so amazed by Pac. He was like, man, I went to a party at his house and he actually cooked for us. And then he pulled out a bottle of Hennessy and he was like, man, this for you. You know what I'm saying? So he was really
Yeah, they act like they loved each other, then all of a sudden it turned to hate.
Because that's the CEO stuff. The two CEOs got babies by the same chicks. Like if we subtract Suge and Puff, I promise you, if we subtract Suge and Puff, both them dudes will still be alive. Both them dudes will still be alive. Biggie will probably be on the label with Jay-Z. Like, first of all, we would have never had mumble rap because if Big and Pac was still alive, all these Drake don't even make it in the industry. If Big and Pac still alive, he don't even make it. He doesn't even make it unless he's singing like Nate Dogg. He don't even make it. Because we know how both Big and Pac was. They ain't gonna even
the 90s was
like
hell.
no dude like Drake. The
90s was hell. And you're right, as far as 90s rap, no, we didn't, it wasn't room for Drake.
But guess what though? Kendrick still make it.
Yeah, because he has that Wu-Tang, he got that old school New York flow, you know.
He still make it. Kendrick is like I was listening to. I made this playlist. It's Kendrick playlist, and I put on there what is it? Please Don't Kill My Vibe, the remix.
Yeah.
With him and Jay-Z. Ain't even close. Not even close. I'm like, oh, Kendrick really out there on his first album swinging with Jay. Like swinging with him. Like you might be like Kendrick versus better. Which everybody can get ate up. But Eminem told you on a verse with Kendrick, you never know what you're gonna get. You know what I'm saying? You might get ate up. Even M admitted that, which I feel like he's overhyped. He's not in my top 10. He might be in yours. He's not in mine. He's another overhyped rapper.
Well, him today, I'm
just to keep it real, I don't know if he make it in the Biggie and Pac era. I don't know if he.
I was rapping, and when I heard Eminem's Curtain album, I'm just gonna keep it real, and I heard how he was spitting on the Curtain album, and I had one of them Rochelle boys, Jonathan Lucas, all them was with me. We were all in the parking lot. We were bumping, I just got CD, stuck it in, and we was going through the tracks. When I heard that Curtain album and heard how he was flipping on it, I was like, if this is where rap is going, I instantly quit rapping. So Eminem made me quit rapping. Now, a lot of the stuff Jay-Z was saying, I said some of the stuff Jay-Z had said, and I was like, damn, I said that. But when I heard how Eminem was coming on the Curtains album, I was like, I'm done. And I think I was 100% DJing, and I think I was still producing then.
Yeah, I mean,
and he I don't know about the new Eminem, but up to the Curtains album, I liked his his
ability to make words that don't rhyme. His cadence. Ooh.
Yeah.
His cadence.
And that and the beats and the fact that he was down with Dr. Dre. We was all gassed up on Dr. Dre.
Yeah,
and the fact that when they came out with him and Dr. Dre going back and forth. I forgot the name of the song, but man, when I heard them going, he was asking questions. I'm going to do this and do that, and Dr. Dre will say this. No, don't do that. Do this. Man, that shit was just so freaking.
Even though we know Eminem wrote all that, but that's probably why I signed that player. I also like Eminem as a producer. Like most people don't know, he produced that Renegade track. That was his beat.
Yeah,
that was an Eminem beat. Like most people don't even know that. That's what I'm saying. These people don't even be real hip hop heads out here giving opinions, and you just don't even really know.
And that's what pisses me off with, at least, okay, I'm gonna be honest with you. I thought, okay, I've been watching all the little podcasts, everybody, so I thought when you came on here, you was just 100%, Kenny, you wasn't open to everything that went down. You just like all these other people on these podcasts, they hate Drake, I hate Drake, I hate Drake. But when you came, because that's what your vibe gives on your pages. But the serious you one-on-one, like I like to do for what he does, he just shouldn't have went up against no damn Kendrick Lamar.
Like, that's like
he was crazy as shit to even do that.
All them dudes in the 80s know they shouldn't have fought Tyson. Come on, bro. They saw him. They saw him in the Olympics. They saw Cuss training him. They knew better. From what I heard, Mike Tyson used to punch the walls and make his opponent scared. So you knew. That's just like with Kendrick. Like, come on, bro. You know you're not really that lyrical. And just to keep it real, in the 90s, people who don't write their own raps don't make it. That kills me that this generation is cool with somebody else writing your rap.
Okay. So now I'm glad you brought that up. Okay. Hold up. Okay. Well, like I say, I'm speaking from
really get into it.
I'm speaking from a DJ who has sat in the rooms with people like the Mysticals. I've been in there with Jeezy, Young Jeezy. And they have people like the Shorty Lows, all them are in this studio together. And Shorty Low might say, that's why Shorty Low sounds so much like Jeezy, but they used to hang out. And Shorty Low might say, he went to the house to get this and that, and he seen this and da-da-da-da-da. Jeezy might hear him saying that as a freestyle off his head. He said, "Oh shit, I'm gonna take that. You just lost that line. You just lost it." And then he'll take what he said and he'll say, but instead of saying I'm gonna hang my hat on the rack, I'm gonna say I'm gonna grab the bat and whatever. So then he'll switch it up a little bit, but he got that idea from Shorty Low. So when you read Jeezy's track, he may give a shout out or a credit to Shorty Low. So Jeezy pinned it. He got that little line from Shorty Low. He threw it in his verse. So, and I understand people getting hooks. Like when you're as big as the Drakes, the Eminems, the Jay-Z's. Now we ain't saying Kendrick because Kendrick, like I say, the way he dropped his projects, the way he drop them, he has the time to take his time and put his stuff together. But when you're somebody, okay, it's kind of like when Whitney Houston turned to drugs after that I Will Always Love You or whatever, that album. And Clive Davis and the industry.
I'm gonna need you to do some more research on Wendy. She was doped out when she was messing with Eddie Murphy and Darryl Strawberry. The doped out.
But I'm saying the industry is what pushes you to doing that. Just like New Edition. After that Heartbreak album, you gotta come harder than Heartbreak. How are we gonna come harder than Heartbreak? Whitney Houston, you gotta come harder than that Bodyguard, whatever the album that sold out so many million. They looking for her to sell it out, so they turn to drugs. Just like a lot of people's trying to say Bobby Brown put
Whitney Houston
on drugs. No, she didn't. No, he didn't. She put him on the shit.
She was doing coke when she was messing with her. Like, if you grew up in the 80s and you really know the 80s and you remember back then, she was on coke when she was messing with Eddie Murphy, when she messed with Darryl Strawberry. See how far back I'm going?
Yeah, I'm thinking Darryl Strawberry was turned on to.
She might have told Bobby, man, your coke been dipped or something. Man, let me give you some of this pure stuff you don't know nothing about. She probably hooked him up with the real drug dealer.
Right.
He was messing with that black stuff. That coke.
When I was in Jackson State, I was hanging out with Bobby now. And this was when ABC and what's that other group? Run 'em Up, Crisscross and them was out, and TLC had just came out.
Yeah.
And Bobby and them was mostly drinking and smoking weed. We didn't see no lines on the table.
I can believe she got him hooked.
Yeah.
I believe,
So, and I hate to say that because now we're talking about who was our favorite. Whitney, I still don't think to this day nobody can out-sing that bitch. You know what I'm saying? That was my favorite. And that broke me down when she died.
I completely agree with you. I'm gonna send you I'm gonna send you a link through Facebook Messenger. If you think like the level of theft on Drake part, he should be in jail. Like somebody.
I saw that. I mean, okay. Go back to this topic. Okay.
Yeah. Somebody should
now,
when he should be arrested.
I started rapping for a tape thing. I just thought he was just clowning on that. I guess I gave him a pass because he was young. And the rapping forte, and we knew rapping forte shit. And so when he came out doing the rapping forte thing, I was like, okay. And then, but I heard him rapping kind of like we did with Biggie before he met Young Money. When he was actually out there just rapping and doing his shit. But they didn't want to give him a pass anyway because he was from Degrassi. He was a corny ass, light skinned, acting ass nigga. And they was like, he walked in the game not being respected. But you have to give him respect because the reason I'm not gonna say he's an industry plant is how he came in the game. Because he started with
Jay Prince,
with Houston.
Jazz Prince. I'm from Houston. I live in Houston. Jazz Prince. Again,
he started with
again.
Then went there. And Jay Prince, he ain't about no bullshit. So he ain't finna take no damn industry plant and feed it and groom it to be. He just ain't gonna do that.
I wish I could agree with you, but that nigga was up on federal charges. Who knows what a nigga do? And them federal charges just disappeared. They just went away. We all know federal charges don't just go away. So I don't trust none of them.
I don't know, but I just don't feel like they would pick.
The feds have you in their sights. They don't have you in their sights. They don't come after you if they don't got evidence. They don't have a 95% conviction rate for no reason. So if you ducked and dodged the feds, I need to know what you did. I need to know. Me and Jesus need to know. We need to know what you did. My bad. You must know Jesus. You either know Jesus or the devil. Who you know? Who you know, Jay Prince? Who you know? You know somebody.
He's a powerful man, but I feel like
bad gangster. You must be this big bad gangster. But when Puffy slapped the shit out of Drake and pissed on him, I'm not talking about when T.I. friend pissed on him. I'm talking about Puffy literally pissed on him. What you was at then, dog? You supposed to be this gangster,
No, and then also like when Rick Ross was asking about the crib, well, he didn't buy baby a crib. This the deal with that. When all of that happened with the Drake and Puffy and the T.I. friend, the deal is this: you know what you did to deserve what you got, and real niggas stay out of that.
Real niggas. Oh, okay, real niggas don't stay out of it though. When Pusha T on your head. How about this? Real niggas know who they can punk and who they can't. We see based on all the stuff Diddy was getting away with, we see clearly that somebody with money was back and did it. We see that clearly. So you know who you can punk and who you can't. That's just like you did do a little whispering on the internet when Rock Nation snatched Meg Thee Stallion, and all they did was offer her it wasn't even a distribution deal. They manage her.
Right.
You did a little whispering, but you ain't talk too loud. But you Jay Prince though. You ain't talk that loud. So what that tell me is niggas know when to talk and niggas know when to shut up. That's what that showed me. Niggas know when to talk and niggas know when to shut up. And I guess when it involved Puffy and Jay-Z, it's time to shut up.
Yeah, I mean, it was once said that Ice Cube, no matter what he say or do, ain't nobody gonna question Ice Cube. Snoop done got that over there in the West Coast, and Puffy and Jay-Z for the East Coast.
Snoop had to come run to us for safety. He had to come to the booth for safety.
Right, but
like you had to come rock with the booth for safety. You had to leave your turf and where you from to come rock in the booth. Like I don't know about all that. Like Nipsey was hella beloved, and he actually did for his community. Like, you know what I'm saying? Pac always say, you know what I'm saying, maybe I'll say the words that'll spark the brain that'll change society. Nipsey was an example of that. Just the businesses and different things he would create in his community. And within his own community, they was like, nigga, get up out of here. Now, I'm not going to say that there was a black plot. It could have been another party plot. But black people played a part in it. So, like, I feel like all this, like, who gangster and who not, it means absolutely nothing, because we really don't know who got whose hand is up whose ass and who's pulling strings. Like, I don't think Jay Prince is a gangster. When you ain't saying nothing to Puff and you said something to Pusha T and everybody else who messed with Drake and Puff pissed on him, I felt like Puff pissed on him just to see if you say something. And you was
that, but he stole Puff beat. And
how we know he stole? How we know? This what Puff said. How about a producer was like, Puff, this 0 to 100 beat, this for you, Puff. And then Drake came in like, oh man, let me get that beat. And you the producer, right. You like, man, that nigga Drake hotter. I need to get that beat to Drake. This gonna, you know what I'm saying? He gonna set it off. I mean, Puff cool, but Drake hot. Really, right. You should have pissed on the producer. But instead,
no, I mean, I feel you. But on the same note, you took it though. If you was respecting me, you would have said, nah, that's my boy Black. I ain't gonna do that.
And the producer said I can have it.
Cause the producer is wide open.
You know it, man. You go to the producer, he got a beat, and we both rap, and you like, hey, I let him know I want that beat. But I go to the producer like, hey, can I get this beat? I got blah. Let me run this down to you right quick. And the producer like, oh yeah, let me get that. I ain't worried about you. I'm gonna take this beat.
But if you and I cool, it's kind of like what I be telling the guys when they ready to fight another guy for screwing that girl. My if that wasn't your homeboy, if that wasn't somebody that y'all broke bread together, did without together, shoes up on each other, bed together, growing up together, you can't get mad at the nigga that's at Walmart working and he hit on your girl and your girl gives some.
Yeah,
so why you don't
your girl example? This a whole example. This a whole that's for everybody example. This ain't a your girl example. It's a whole and it's for everybody.
But if we cool, the point I'm making, if you and I cool, and
it's a hoe, and I'm a nigga, I'm busting this bitch back in.
See what I'm saying? But we supposed to be cool though.
Man,
so when I see you, and I told you I liked her, when I see you, it's up. Man, because we go way back. We 19 we 1991 in this bitch. Then you go and mess with my girl today? I'm sorry. I gotta see you because we deeper than that. You supposed to come to me and be like, yo.
I gotta tell you about hoes too. Juvie said you can have an old lady, but them hoes, they for everybody.
But when we boys, I'm just saying, if I told you though I like her and you go and mess with her, I got a problem with you. Not you.
So I can't bring your hoes out. Your old lady, I understand, but the hoes too. You mean to tell me?
And you know what? Now that you're saying that, that's the problem that all of them have with Drake. Because like I said on a previous podcast, Future and all them getting mad because this dude went and banged somebody.
Okay.
In my crew,
let's have that conversation. Please, let's have that conversation.
In my crew,
I want you to know that Future and Drake ain't fucking the same type of women. They not. Future screwing badder chicks than Drake. Let's look at they lineups.
I mean, Drake ain't really got no lineup.
Him and Drake. Let's look at. First of all, let's look at this. Let's look at the chicks that Future screwing versus the chicks that Drake screwing. When you get time, you get off this podcast, go just Google some of the chicks. You know, Drake, he done screw Serena. Serena look like a horse by the face, but her body tight. Future, just the attitude Future got. Future not screwing Serena. She don't look good enough. Let's look at who Future is. Future knocked up Sierra. Like, let's look at the type of chicks. Him and Drake don't even mess with the same type of chicks. I bet my life it ain't over a chick. They don't screw the same type of women. Future,
that's what the media saying. What you think is over then?
Money. I think I watched this. Let me tell you something. I watched this podcast with Bun B, and I learned something that made so much sense. Bun B was like, the dude was on a podcast like, oh man, on that Big Pimpin' verse, you went so hard. Jay went and rewrote his verse. You know what Bun B said? Bun B was like, me and Pimp had did a chorus, and we had a verse apiece. So we had more points on the song. Jay-Z went and did another verse for the points. I was like, oh my God. Jay-Z, he was like, man, he a businessman at the end of the day. So he didn't even redo the verse because he like, oh, he went harder than me. He redid the verse because he like, man, these niggas getting more points off a song that's on my album. So I got to think about that. I'm like, let's think about all these Drake features. Drake probably be hitting you up like, oh, dog, yeah, let me get on that. Let me get on that. I got a verse for you. Matter of fact, you want me to sing the hook? I got the hook for you. Next thing you know, Drake got more points off your song that's on your album. I'm telling you, it's about money. Him and Future don't screw the same type of women. Future screw better bitches, better looking women, better bitches. Future ain't. He's not a strip club hoe type of dude. He might screw them behind closed doors, but those are not the chicks he dates. Look at his baby mamas. Look at all his baby mamas. Look at the women that he date. Look at the women versus the women Drake date. You will see.
Drake ain't really date nobody.
You will look at Drake baby mama and look at Future baby mamas. You will see they don't screw the same type of women. They don't. They ain't crossing paths. Because Future has a type. Just like Drake. Drake don't really, you know what I'm saying? He don't really got a type.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Future
he like, I wish I can fuck every girl in the world type.
Future got a type though. He got a type. Just Google and just see what I'm saying. When you Google, you're gonna be like, man, these niggas don't even fuck the same type of bitches. If I'm keeping it real, Rick Ross fuck better bitches than Drake. I'm telling these niggas don't screw the same type of chicks, bro. It is
so
about
it ain't over.
It's about money. When I said that about the points on the album, you got to thinking like, that nigga Drake sure be doing features.
You saw that, didn't you?
Yeah, you be like, he be singing the hook and shit. You like, oh, your brain start thinking then. And then just think about he calling you up. You hype. You a new artist. You like, oh, Drake want to be on a song with me. I'm on. Next thing you know, Drake singing the hook. Drake got a verse. Shit, Drake got 2 verses. You looking at your album, your hottest song. He get more points.
That nigga on. Because I did Google that.
He didn't play you.
That.
And you didn't even see it. You ain't even see it. Why you think all the old niggas that Drake used to rock with don't rock with him? Don't nobody but new niggas rock with him. Why is that? Why is that? Think about it.
Well, me personally, I thought they hating because the nigga is Billboard bound.
No, go listen to some songs with some Drake features. Watch you be like, that nigga Drake got 2 verses. Oh, you like he got 2 verses and he's singing the chorus. The person whose song got 2 verses too, but that nigga ain't singing no chorus. That's Drake. This nigga's getting more points off this song. They already ain't really making no real money off the song anyway, and Drake eating more than them. You like?
And the problem I got too with this whole beef thing, being a DJ and a fan of music itself. The main niggas that's beefing with him is the main hits that I love to hear. I love to hear. They sound good together. Him and Future sound good together. Him and Rick Ross great together.
I was listening to that Maybach. I was listening to that song with him and Reba, Aston Martin. I'm listening to it. I'm like,
oh man, don't say Aston Martin.
That was my
the voices is so tight together. Then that whole
hold up. That nigga Drake singing the chorus. That nigga Drake got a verse. Oh, Rick Ross mad. But by the way, I believe Rick Ross got more money than him. I do. And this is why. Y'all niggas got hyped because you saw that $400 million deal that he signed with Universal Music Group, right?
Yeah.
This nigga don't own none of his own masters.
I don't know about that either.
Hold up. Rick Ross own a couple niggas masters, including his own. He own a couple niggas masters. I don't think he owned a whole percentage of his own masters.
Right.
But his artists, he own all they masters. Why you think Rick Ross? Go back and listen to that Rick Ross diss. You're gonna be like, why that nigga why he acting so cocky? Like he really got more
He's
money.
still acting cocky.
Like he acting like he really got more money than him. You like, man, why he really? I'm about to start believing in how cocky he was. Then you think about, okay, let's go back to Drake's first deal. When Kendrick told him, you signed to a nigga who signed to a nigga who signed to that nigga. That's true. And if you think Jay Prince ain't eat off that, so you were signed.
Yeah, but he ended all them deals though. He fulfilled his obligations.
Hold up, you signed to Young Money, who signed to Cash Money. They got a distribution deal with Universal. So 4 niggas, because we gonna include Dre Prince. He ain't doing shit for free. So 4 niggas eating off you. Okay, so he
been out of that deal though.
Hold up. Didn't Lil Wayne sell their masters? Did he sell Young Money masters? So you like, so the big pimp is Universal because that's what he sold it to. You like, damn, wait a minute. Universal bought Young Money masters? Damn, then they did this deal with Drake. Everybody like, ooh, Drake balling. They gave him $400 million. Bro, we see 3 mansions on TV that he probably could barely afford before he got that deal. Who knows how much debt this nigga is really in? You know what I'm saying? Like people so ignorant, you just automatically think because a nigga famous, they balling. When see, it just so happened, one of my closest friends was a radio DJ. So him being a radio DJ, man, I got to meet a lot of musical artists. I've been to people's house. Man, I know who balling and who not, and why they balling and why they not. See, I'm one rapper who house I went to. He was a producer also. He rapped, but he was a producer also. He went to college. Matter of fact, when I first graduated and went to Southern, he was SGA president. So he wasn't no regular nigga rapper. He was a different type of rapper. Like he was gonna be the rapper that was just gonna make logical, mature decisions with his money. And if you knew who it was, you'd be like, I could see that. I could see that. You know what I'm saying? So just getting to be around things like that. And then, my homegirl, when I went to Atlanta, she was so happy to have been dating a rapper. So you get to see. It's like, nigga, I got aunties that go harder than you. And they don't even rap. You know what I'm saying? They got nice homes and businesses. Like you niggas are not really doing all that.
And you saw you said the same thing.
I got to see this in my 20s. So when I see them saying Drake sold his 3 mansions, I'm like, okay, you got out of there. Let me see, you signed that deal, that OVO deal with Universal. What was it, like 2019, 20, something like that? So
20, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's only been 4 years. Then you signed, what was it, like last year, the year before that, you signed the deal for $400 million. If y'all think Universal cut him a check for $400 million up front, you stupid. That's why you like, why he dropping 2 albums every year? Because that's what Universal told that nigga to do. Kendrick drop when he want to. This dude got to drop 2 albums per year. Because first of all, they got to make that money back. People think like, oh, well, Universal probably told Kendrick to not mess with Drake because blah, blah, blah. Don't y'all know that these distribution companies, they make more money when you gone, when you messed up, when you dead? Because your music, your product becomes more valuable. It don't serve them for you to be popping and being great. Because the greater you are, the more popular you are, the more power you have, the more
they owe you.
And the more room you have to negotiate. They probably around here like, wop, 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 Kendrick knock him out. They probably hype. That's why ain't nobody really stepped in. I'm willing to bet. And Kendrick, the people want to say, well, Kendrick is on what, TDE? No, he not. Like he no, he not. He started his own label. It's distributed by, I think, distributed by Interscope now. But Interscope, guess who it's owned by? Universal. So at the end of the day,
Right.
Universal make money either way it go. Either way it go. Either way it go. That's what I'm saying. It's like you have to see, like, the picture is so much bigger than rap. It's so much bigger than rap. Why you think you why if it was like they really cared about Drake image, man, they wouldn't even let him went toe to toe with Kendrick. They'd have stopped that shit like they did with Pusha T. Man,
Now
you can't do it right now.
I
But
think they didn't know that Kendrick was gonna hit where he hit. They
let me
thought it was
see.
just gonna be a friendly fade like the Pusha T shit.
That
They
was
didn't
no friendly
know that
fade.
Kendrick was gonna try to end his career and tarnish his character. They didn't know that. Kendrick probably was told not to do it and said, "Fuck y'all, I don't like this nigga, so I'm finna body this nigga." That's what I think.
I wish I believed that Kendrick had that kind of heart. I really do. But
Man,
that
I
nigga's
feel
in
Kendrick is a damn
Hollywood, dog.
cockroach.
He's in Hollywood. We can't overlook that he's in Hollywood too.
I don't give a damn. Kendrick, if somebody don't like you, put it like this here, and you know this because you hung with girls that you knew wished you harm, and you still was riding them around in that goddamn red fucking Mustang. I think that's what you had. But and you knew them bitches didn't like you, but you still rolled around with them. And Kendrick was sitting back. I feel like he hated Drake. Drake went to him and asked him to do that track, to be on that first shooter, one shooter, whatever track.
He requested
Kendrick turned that nigga down. Kendrick had it in his heart to body that nigga.
Hold up, but if you first of all, if over the last 10 years you've been sending shots at me, why the hell would I get on a feature with you? I'm not a fake nigga like that. Kendrick don't give out fake nigga
He
vibes now.
was trying to, that was his peace offering. That was his olive branch. That was his olive branch. And Kendrick chewed it up and spit it out. Even when J. Cole apologized to that nigga, Kendrick still hit him. Kendrick don't give a damn.
See, I feel that to a certain degree, but at the same time, it's talking. Let's go behind the scenes because you like to stay in front of the scenes. Let's go behind the scenes. So hold up. Yeah, you requested that feature from me, but let's go back. Let's go back a couple of years. Let's go back to the weekend hollering at me, asking me, should I take the deal, which with OVO? Oh, yeah, Drake had asked me for my album, for his album.
Yeah,
I gave him 6 songs on the tape.
I remember that.
Hold up. Then that's the first person. Then guess who called Kendrick next? Because Kendrick had went on tour with Drake. So they like, he probably know him. Guess who called him next? Bryson Tiller. Hey man, OVO want to sign me. What you think? However, Drake did ask me for such and such songs off the work I showed him, off the album I showed him. You know what Kendrick Lamar told Bryson Tiller, the interview out there?
Don't sign it.
Man, he don't sign that shit. So Kendrick Lamar is in the cut. 2 people that came to him, and he'd have been on tour with
And
you.
there's one more. I'm trying to think of who else. There was one more that came.
Yeah, he see you like young hoes, number one. He see this for himself. And being that you bought Kendrick on tour, it would not shock me if you had not tried to sign him to OVO. And he like, nigga, Dr. Dre behind me. Is you stupid? He probably came to him like, man, we young niggas, we need to stick together. And he like, man, don't you see Dre standing over? Dre, 50, Eminem. I'm cool, but thank you, dog. Good looking out. Not interested though. So it's a reason why the weekend and Bryson Tiller felt the need to seek out Kendrick's opinion. It's a reason.
I mean, because he a real ass nigga.
Besides that, they know he was on tour with Drake. They know, first of all, like Drake is on Kendrick's first album. They figure he probably know this nigga personally. And for him to be like, man, oh, he a fuck nigga for real. Like for real. So you got all of that. Then I do the control verse. Nobody else is tripping but you. So now you confirming my thoughts that you a fuck nigga. I already had kind of thought it. Then just the way you probably act like you ain't used to no pussy. I probably already thought it. Then you doing all this weird, you engaging in all this weird fuck nigga behavior. So now I'm justified in what I feel. Then next thing I know, I do he did the cipher for the 2013 BET Award. Show you how deep I go with this. He shoot a shot at Drake. So he calling you out the whole time. He baiting you the whole time. He really want to go to war with you the whole time because he know you can't see him. Because he arrogant too. He know you can't see him. So he baiting you the whole time. And next thing you know, your ghostwriters sending subliminals in your raps. Not you, but your ghostwriters. Sending subliminals in your raps. So finally, after first, hold up. There's video out there, him and Cole was cool. Him and Drake was like superficial cool. Him and Cole was cool. Him and Cole go way back to the ball fade. They go that far back. So Schoolboy Q called Cole like, hey dog, you don't even really want no part of this. Kendrick is finna take this nigga head off. Man, they right here talking about he on that pedophile stuff. I feel like if Kendrick did a couple tour dates with Drake, if you think not Kendrick but J. Cole, if you think J. Cole ain't see some questionable shit that made him be like, you know what, this ain't even my fight. You know what I'm saying? You know how when you see a nigga do some questionable stuff, you like, man, you brought this on yourself. This ain't even my fight. I'm sorry, dog. I don't even want to get in there. My bad for even saying something. This ain't even my fight. Plus, Schoolboy Q called me and I heard songs in the background. I know. I don't want no part of that. I'm here. He might have heard in the background. He might have heard Kendrick saying freaky ass nigga. He might have heard that in the background. He like, you know what? I'm good because I know I be cheating on my wife. I don't want no problems. I'm sorry, Kendrick. Just so you know, J. Cole not the first nigga to apologize to Kendrick. Just so you also know, what's his name from New Orleans? That's what's the dude from New Orleans signed with Jay-Z? That on the low, if he just like Kendrick, he don't drop music like he should. And I feel like he probably Kendrick only real competition.
Yeah, you talking about?
Hold up. He's Kendrick only real competition.
And he from New Orleans.
Jay Electronica. That's Kendrick.
Yeah,
to
your
me,
boy.
He's only like let's just think about what they rap about. He Kendrick only real competition. Like I feel like if he really get in the booth.
I mean, he been out a good second. I was on him when he first came out. Then he kind of faded, and so I didn't hear anything.
He don't drop it frequently. You know, he was fucking what's the richest family in the world? Well, the one that we know of, because the richest family in the world, we're not gonna know who those people are, but the ones that we know of, I can't even think of their name, but he was screwing one of their daughters in London, so he was all caught up. Even though he came up in the mosque, he was all caught up.
Yeah, because when he first dropped. The first like 3 tracks I heard, and then the video. I mean, that dude was so raw.
And Electronica is nice. I'm telling you, if he was focused on his craft, and if he was focused on his craft even a little bit, like to me, Kendrick only competition is like a Jay Electronica, Andre 3 Stacks. I don't feel like J. Cole is his competition. But like
I mean, if J. Cole had the heart and the
he don't have the heart.
If he had the heart that Drake has, because I wanted to see them
Drake
two
got
go
way
at it.
more heart than him. Drake got way more heart than him. Like
I wanted to see, but that's what I wanted to see. I wanted to see J. Cole, and when J. Cole came out with that weak ass track, that kind of got me, dog.
Then that weak ass track made you know, man, he's a bitch ass nigga. You knew then. Come on, Drake, dog. He's scary. He like if like you somewhere and it's gonna be a fight, it's that one dude who talk real loud when everything get ready to go down. You like, oh, he's scary. He's scary. At least Drake ain't
Yeah,
scary.
they got me. That I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah,
I was so mad. It kind of broke my heart, and that's why I was like, why did he apologize? Just get out there. But he had to apologize because he got an album coming out. That was a weak ass track, and you know,
Man,
I wouldn't apologize. I probably would just let he shouldn't have put it out, knowing that he had an album. If he wasn't finna come with his all, he shouldn't have did. And
after Schoolboy Q called him, and that nigga heard freaky ass nigga, he was like, you know, I'm sorry, Kendrick. I'm sorry, dog. I don't want no
but hey,
problem.
on the cool. Okay, back to the battle. Okay, Drake first track. Drake didn't really get bodied until the last two tracks. He was kind of, because when he released nigga, I know you don't, like, do not say the word nigga. I know that you mad. If that song would have did something, if Kendrick wouldn't have released the same fucking night. When he did that, I say you walk a flop. You know, it's like Kendrick hit that nigga with
he Drake's Drake. He Drake's Drake. He Drake's Drake. He pulled the Drake on Drake.
He did that back to back on Drake, and he warned him in that other. He said, back to back. Oh, I like that record. Back, I'm gonna get back to that in a second. And that's what he did. I was like, damn.
And then
too,
I feel like he wouldn't even went that far with him. He was like, man, we could keep it a friendly face.
No,
but you want to mention people's wife and stuff.
When he did that, that's when I think Kendrick was like, I'm finna go ahead and put this nigga to sleep. So I'm gonna assassinate his character. He's trying to put the business out in the street. And it is articles about him jumping on some woman, same way they had one with Dr. Dre jumping on that reporter. But there is an article on that.
Please.
And then people trying to say he lied. Okay, Drake said, I heard that baby may not be yours. You know, that the baby is David. He didn't say that baby is David. He said, I heard that maybe, you know, that it maybe I heard that. So that wasn't a fact check. That wasn't a fact check moment.
17-year-old titties on stage. We saw it. We heard.
Yeah, but I'm gonna give it to
we heard Millie Bobby Brown say she be texting you.
Ain't nothing wrong with it.
We saw where Billie Eilish.
Let me ask you this.
Tomorrow, and you said, I can't wait. You a perv, freak ass.
No, listen. Okay, on that. When we were growing up, we had fan clubs. Okay, and I'm sure you probably was a part of the New Edition fan club. Al B. Sure and Keith Sweat.
Wait, who you say? Al B. Sure?
Yeah.
I wasn't a part of this fan club, but I had that tape. I had that tape with Night and Day on it. I had.
Okay, so I was part of Janet Jackson.
My keyboard, but it ain't go no further than that.
I was in Janet Jackson fan club. I was in MC Lights, and the deal was
I didn't have that kind of mama. My mama would have been like, "You obsessive? Don't do that."
Okay, well, I was in that thing, and they would send me magazines. They would send me photos with their signatures, and every night on my birthday, I get a letter supposedly from them. You know, so these days you follow. These days you follow people. Okay, so majority of Drake fans are gonna be teens. You hip hop,
bro.
But if you go to work,
Brown say they texting one another, dog. Come on, bro.
Dude, let me explain that. When you are part of that industry, let's just say you're a singer or you're a rapper, okay? You're a engineer. You're an engineer. And this hot new 16, 17, 18-year-old engineer comes to your company and that's making new waves and coming up there, you want to affiliate yourself. And to me, I feel like Drake is what is a clout chaser per se. That's why the Sexy Red, he want to be affiliated. Okay, now the common ground, I look at what they have, the common ground. Him and the Millie Bobby Brown chick, they he was Degrassi, she's Stranger Things. She's Stranger Things. They have something in common. Okay. Even though, and she also say he's a role model. He helps her with
Talk to
boys.
me about boys. He talked to me about. He give me advice about boys. Well, what y'all
Right.
be talking about? Oh, that's between me and him. That's
Right. Because she don't want people knowing what she probably saying to him about the boys. So
Yeah.
let's not make. We like to make things creepy that don't necessarily have to be creepy. Let me see. Hold on. Let me play this for you because a lot of
He creepy, dog. I'm sorry. Drake is creepy.
he may
Creepy.
be
I don't care what
creepy.
you say.
He may be creepy, but let's not rule out the fact that
He creepy.
people hang with people who have celebrities hang with celebrities that have things in common.
We
Like
He's
back
still
in the day, and it's not a woman, but back in the day when Michael Jackson did the Pepsi commercial, he was hanging with the Alfonso dude. The Alfonso dude is an upcoming expiring actor. He put him in the Pepsi video. You with older people, just like me being a DJ. If it's a hot new DJ that's coming out of Louisiana, even though I'm in the ATL, if it's a hot new DJ that everybody bragging on and he invites me to a party or I go to one of his parties, you're going to see me on stage with the pictures with this young little 16-year-old DJ, whether she's a woman or not, because I was grooming
It need to be a woman. You gonna
she
be
was
texting
14.
her? So she's 16. You gonna be texting her though? Hold up, keep it real. Oh, you gonna be texting her, talking to her about boys?
It depends on.
Hold up.
Okay,
She's not.
let's just say because I was in the
Hold
groom.
up, she's 14 when y'all exchange numbers. You gonna be texting
Right.
her at 14?
And if she asks me some advice because she don't have a father figure that can give her, or she don't want her father to judge her, and she asks me,
but Millie Bobby Brown got both her parents. What you talking about?
but I'm saying maybe she can't talk to him. I'm just saying. But hold on.
This nigga.
And even she came back.
You trying to let me so black men gonna be cool with pedophilia. I get it. I understand. Y'all that's why God took leadership from y'all, because y'all cool with some of this stuff that's just not cool.
I mean, we're not saying that it's 100% cool, but when you're in the industry, you can kind of move a little different because, okay, let me ask you this. I was a mentor for 5 years under the Honorable Clarence Hawkins in Bastrop. I ran a youth program, Morehouse Urban Youth Creations. And when those guys and girls would come to us with issues with different things, we were open to them 24 hours a day. They had our phone numbers. They would text different things. So what's a mentor? What's a mentor? And Drake was an actor at 15 years old. Millie Bobby Brown was 14. So they have something in common. Now, if it was just a regular random bitch that he's
30 something, bro. He 30 something.
Yeah, but
stop it.
How old are your mentors?
Hold up. A 30-year-old man could text your 14-year-old daughter.
It depends.
Yes or no? Can a 30-year-old man text your 14-year-old daughter? I don't give a fuck what it's about. Can he text your daughter? No, matter of fact, can Drake text your daughter? Can Drake text your daughter? Show what kind of parent you are.
Do they have any kind of? Do they have an interest? Do they have an interest?
Huh?
Do they have something common? Is it an interest? If he can help her, if he can help her get a starting role on SWAT, or if he can help her display her talent.
Who sold their daughters to R. Kelly. Please don't do that. Please don't.
I wouldn't sell her. No.
Do that.
Because
that's what you're doing. You let a 30-year-old man text your child. Nigga, text me. Text her daddy. Don't text my 14-year-old.
Okay. My bad. You said 14. Okay. 14-year-old, no. 17, and I'm trying to figure out where she's going in life. Yes. I got no problem with that, especially.
17, I'm gonna be cool with 17. But 14 and 15, Drake, I'm looking at you like you're a weirdo. You're a weirdo, Drake.
They were fans. They were fans of each other, and they exchanged numbers. And
her dad's a weirdo too.
And I go back to when
parents who dropped their daughters off to R. Kelly. Y'all are weirdos. They belong in jail too. They're weirdos. Yeah, see, you making me feel like you was one of them same people in the 90s when I was saying Puffy's a weirdo. He act gay. I was saying this in the
Oh yeah,
90s.
I didn't
I
see it.
never
I was
liked
a Puff
Puff. I
fan. I
love
didn't see it.
Big. I never liked Puff. I
I
remember
didn't
telling
see
my
it. What
homeboy,
made you see it though? Because I never saw it. Because he
look
was with
up. I
women
got a
popping bottles.
homeboy, my homeboy who was a barber, a popular barber in Monroe. Puffy, matter of fact, when they used to do these like these basketball games with all the high schools, his name was Agent Puff. That's how much he liked Puffy. He called himself Agent Puff. And I
Right.
back then I used to be like, man, Puff weird, dog. I feel like he gay. I said, tell him this. I said, tell him this. So he can vouch for me. I always thinking Puff was weird. When his name was Agent Puff, I was like, dog, Puffy gay. I used to say this kind of stuff to him. I promise. He could vouch for me. And then, like, he used to be like, man, people just be hating because Puff rich. And I'm like, dog, look at how he did Biggie. He's not a good person. And he's a weirdo. Guess what? Fast forward 30 years, and guess what? Puff's a weirdo. Puff's gay. Puff's a
Yeah.
weirdo, and he's gay. Listen to me now. I'm telling you, in 2024, Drake's a weirdo. I'm gonna say it for you one more
I
time.
mean, I feel you. I mean, and
maybe
then you
gotta
coming
double
from
back in 2044, and we'll be having this conversation like, oh, Drake's a weirdo. He's a weirdo. You texting a 14-year-old, I don't care if she's an actor and used to be a child star. Text her parents. You're probably their age.
Well, if they give her that leeway to do her thing, okay, now this is what everybody tripping over. Hold on, I'm finna play this. This is what everybody.
Feel guilty or not, but I had fun. I like the way your breast feel against my chest and stuff. I just want to thank you.
I mean,
Okay, I was
I'm
cool with the
yeah,
forehead.
I'm not tripping on that.
I was cool with the hand,
Face.
the forehead, the two cheeks, but the lip peck, that was a problem. And then number one, she should have the parents shouldn't have allowed her to go up there, or if she respected her parents, she wouldn't have went up there anyway.
Her daddy was in the audience.
He was in the audience,
just
but
like
he shouldn't have let her.
The parents
He shouldn't have let her go up there.
R. Kelly.
But what he was trying to do,
parents exist. We know they exist.
and I'm gonna talk about that one too. But this way he got.
I'm kind of scared. Fella, should I be scared? No. What should I do? No. Just go in, right? Go for it. Take me to the bridge. To the fire on it, to the Creole girl, about to see this little girl, in the whole wide world. You make a couple song boy fall deep in love. If what you had a booty, you will never give her up. She's a perfect kind of girl. She's a sweet, just a lady. Whoa, wow.
Okay, so
That's what he was trying to do, but the kissing is what the lip peck. It was cool with the hand, the forehead, the two cheeks, but when he kissed in the mouth, that's when I was like, I want to defend you, my nigga.
Like,
but
you
I
can't
can't.
get nothing from what Bobby did. You could get something from what Drake did, but that makes him like the 17-23. I'm not so mad about that.
22.
The kissing part lets me know you're a weirdo. Because you don't know this person, they could have something. So that lets me know that you are a weirdo. Think about it. People who don't care about their health, you're a weirdo. You're an absolute weirdo. I'm not even tripping on the age. 17, in certain states, she's legal. So I'm not tripping on that. He's a weirdo. Bobby Brown picked the old girl up. Bobby was like, I ain't doing nothing. I'm going to catch some. He didn't do nothing. He catch some. Drake did stuff where
He was
he's a weirdo.
all right. Now, hold up. And then, like I say, that's why in the thing it said everybody against Drake, or are they? Because everybody's trying to put him on is defending him because he hasn't done nothing out, he hadn't done nothing out of character as far as we can see thus far. Because when it came to
that one of them get a blister and let's see what happened. That one of
looking
them
at
get a
you,
blister on their lip and let's see what
and
happens.
this Millie Bobby Brown, I think, right here. You know what I'm saying? She's like, it's a lovely friendship. You know what I'm saying? She like, why they making it weird?
I'm gonna keep my comments to myself because I don't want to make your podcast racial, but
I mean, that's what we're talking about. But she came with that. All right. So she defended him. We want to say you a pedophile. We want to put the pedophilia on him, but everybody's coming.
I think he's a weirdo. I hadn't quite called him a pedophile yet. He's a weirdo. Understand this. He's a weirdo. Remember on May 15th, 2024, I told you that he was a weirdo.
Now, before I show the next clip, what is your definition of a weirdo?
Somebody engaging in questionable behavior.
Okay.
It could be borderline illegal or not necessarily illegal, just questionable. He's a weirdo. When you kiss somebody you don't know,
I didn't expect you to come on here.
And
I thought you was just 100. I didn't. You messing up the whole game plan because I was expecting you to be like, I hate this nigga, blah blah blah, from your post. But you pulling the Kendrick on me right now. Hold on a minute.
He's just a weirdo. Like how Puff was a weirdo to me. When my homeboy had on that jersey said Agent Puff, I was like, dog, you got me a weirdo. Like he weird. He might be gay. I said this to think that all this has come out and he's gay. I can't. I'm going home on Friday. I can't wait to go up to his barbershop to be like,
there you go.
I told you.
There you go.
I told you.
But and so I think the reason that he's gonna that the accusations are not gonna stick because this is the first time I've seen a Me Too movement on the positive side. The first time ever, because anytime a black man or something is tied up in anything dealing with sexual assault, a lot of broke ass women jump up behind them saying, me too, me too, me too, me too, trying to bring that guy down.
He pissed on hoes for years before he got caught. For years. We all saw the tape. Was we like pedophilia? We was like,
and I was gonna bring that up too. It's like you in my damn head. The deal was this with the R. Kelly thing before I go down, because I was gonna talk about this too. When we first seen the videotapes of R. Kelly with the afro and doing his thing, we knew that was that nigga, but we didn't want it to be him. So we was like, no, that's not him. So then after that, was the Michael Jackson allegations before or after that? But then when Mike asked things happened, we still didn't want to believe Mike was touching kids.
I'm just gonna keep it real with you. I don't believe that about Mike.
You didn't believe it.
Just follow me now. See, most you niggas that y'all don't really be knowing no history. I believe that Diana Ross groomed Michael Jackson. If you study the history, you will know.
I was gonna download a video about that if you would have came with Drake talking to younger females. I was gonna say, well, Diana Ross, you in my head. I think you got my phone tapped.
Let me finish. I feel like she groomed Michael Jackson. If you know anything about those times, you know that Michael Jackson was sent to live with her when he made the Off the Wall album.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So Mike was so in love with her. Mike bought that whole ring.
But it was supposed to be for his inspiration.
She was wearing it, but then she was like, they ain't gonna really accept it. They ain't gonna really accept us. So then when she married that white dude, you heard my boy Mike, Dirty Diana. No, y'all thought he was talking about. But you thought he just made up a chick named Diana. My boy Mike was hurt. So my boy go from being obsessed with Diana Ross to liking little boy booty. Man, go somewhere with that. Man, go
Right.
on somewhere with that. Go on somewhere with
Then
that.
Brooke Shields and all that. But
Yeah,
okay,
oh, and my boy
so
banged Brooke Shields out. You better know it. He banged out Beyonce too. Y'all just don't know
I
about
don't know
him.
about
Oh,
Beyonce.
you don't know
But
about my boy Mike picking Beyonce up from the party in New York, do you? Oh, Beyonce. Oh, by the way, I'm calling this too. I'm gonna be the first one to say this. You can pull this video up in 10 years. Beyonce gonna be this generation's Whitney Houston. I called it. I called it. She's gonna be this generation's Whitney Houston. Remember, I
I
said,
mean,
dog,
she's as big as her
we
now,
see
if
her
not
doped
bigger.
up all the time. All the time. When I say all the time, all the time. Now I don't know if Jay-Z her handler or if she got, you know what I'm saying, she got to be high to make it, but we already see her doped up. And who we always see with the kids? Think about it. We don't never see her with them. Who always got the kids? Jay-Z always got the kids. I'm like, I don't know if his game is cold or if he making sure if anything ever pop out. Watch, we gonna see her. She gonna either be in drug rehab in a what is it that they put Britney Spears in?
The Lindy,
and Wendy Williams.
yeah, the Lindy Hudson or whatever.
No, what is
Lucy
it called?
Hudson or something.
I can't even think of the term right now. But if they were like how I've noticed that she be doped up, especially at these basketball games, she be in the game like this. You be like, what the hell Beyonce on? Then when you see her at the Super Bowl, she got the looking like this. But Jay-Z, guess what Jay-Z at? On the field with the kids, looking all sober, while she looking all doped up and drunk and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, like you can see, man, you can see the stories playing out. Like I do believe they are handlers. I don't trust a lot of what we see. Like at first I used to be like, ugh, Michael Jackson like little boys. But then when I learned that he went to go stay with Whitney Houston when he was making Off the Wall, and I'm like, oh, so we see this grooming stuff been taking place. And then go back and watch old performances. Michael Jackson was so in love with her that shit was unreal. Like, look at the way he looking at her.
Yeah.
He was obsessed with her. You could
Right.
see it. You literally could see it. Then she married this white dude. My nigga Mike all in the studio to my dirty Diana. He didn't call this whole dirty. He didn't call her dirty. Like he that hurt. So you want me to believe he didn't went from being obsessed with Diana Ross to liking little boy booty. That don't make sense to me.
Yeah.
But what do make sense to me? You own a half a Sony catalog. You own
Right.
a Beatles catalog. You own an Elvis Presley catalog. Oh,
Right.
okay. So now you like little boy booty. Okay, that's just like
And,
Prince. That's just like with Prince. How he was like, oh, the label on all my masters. Prince was the first one to do this, but Taylor Swift copied him. Taylor Swift daddy had sold. Taylor Swift didn't own her masters, right? You know what she did? She re-recorded them all. That's how she was able to own her masters now. She re-recorded our old music. Guess who's the first person to do that? Prince. So they like, hold up. First of all, you can't take away, like, yeah, you own his name, but whenever he introduced, they said the artist formerly known as Prince. So he's still associated with it, but now he don't owe you. He don't owe you to use. He got the symbol. Yeah, I'm just using the symbol, but they calling me the artist formerly known as Prince. So these two smarted art niggas gotta go.
Right.
You smarted art niggas right here buying. First of all, there's a video out there where Michael Jackson was talking about buying fucking marble.
Yeah, buying Marvel. Yeah, I saw that too. And the thing that Disney is doing now was what Michael Jackson was trying to do.
He was on game that niggas was not on. And then if you go back to the 90s, they was telling you Mike going broke. I'm like, how the hell Mike going broke? He owned the Beatles catalog, both his own catalog. He owned half of Sony and the Beatles catalog, and you want me to believe he going broke? Oh, so you niggas just putting false information out there for us to consume. Like, we have to be wise enough to know what makes sense and what don't. You don't go from being obsessed with Diana Ross and to liking little boy's booty. That don't even make sense.
And being molested by women after concerts to wanting a boy booty. You know, so yeah. Now I didn't like that. And you do know that one of the guy's fathers who tried to put his son up the door that committed suicide back about 2-3 years ago, because he felt bad or what he did to Mike. He ended up, that's Google also. And like you say, we live in the age of information. We can find
when I went
anything,
back
but
and
he
watched
killed
all
himself.
that, you're right. When I went back and watched, because I used to be cracking Michael Jackson jokes, till I went back and watched old footage, and I see him singing like him and Diana Ross performing together, and I'm looking at the way he looking at her, and I'm like, this nigga's obsessed with her. You can see it. Like you literally, it was so obvious. It would have been obvious to anybody in the audience. It would have been obvious to anybody recording it. I'm like, so he obsessed with her. Barry Gordon had him stay with her while he make it off the wall. So we already know it's like, hey, you know what to do. You know what to do. Run it to him. Give it to him. He already gone. So that made him all the more gone. At first it was a crush. Now he obsessed because he didn't tasted it. When he bought her ring, at that point he didn't tasted it. So now he like, oh, will you marry me? And she like, you're too young. I don't want them looking at me crazy. But let me rock this big ass diamond you done bought me though. Oh, I don't know what she wore. People were like, when they were questioning her, and she
I
like,
remember when she was showing it on her
yeah,
performances.
yeah, she was like, yeah, this ain't gonna work. So then she marries the white dude, the one who's like Tracy Ellis' daddy. She marries him, and my boy Mike all in the studio to my dirty Diana. No, so I'm like, so you want me to believe this lovesick dude right here might
Right.
look good booty? That's just like certain things we could see. Man, come on, bro. We saw R. Kelly piss on that girl, dog. We saw R. Kelly and Aaliyah being interviewed on BET where they
Okay,
were
now,
dressed alike. We
since you
saw
brought
it.
up R. Kelly and Aaliyah, this is what I think happened with that. I'm gonna play this video. I'm gonna tell you what happened with it, and then I'm gonna play this video. Then, like you kept saying, those parents are selling.
Agree. Oh yeah. Oh
They're
yeah.
selling the kids. That's what happened with the Aaliyah thing,
I
because
agree.
she was 15, and if the parents give R. Kelly legal guardianship of her, he's able to do whatever. And but it's a lot of artists who dates those younger girls. But check it out.
Marvin Gaye started dating Jan Hunter right here when she was 17 years old. He was actually 34. This was in 1973. They met through her mom, and he was still married to Anna Gordy at the time. And they got divorced in 1981 when she was 25. So Marquise Houston is actually married to Maya Dickey right now. They got married in 2020 when she was 19 and he was 39 years old. They're 19 years apart, and they allegedly started dating before she even turned 18. Steven Tyler started dating Julia Holcomb in 1973 when he was 25 and she was 16 years old. Her mother actually signed over guardianship to him so that he would be able to travel with her over state lines when they went on tour. Wilmer is one that's dated a few different famous women when they were underage. He dated Mandy Moore in 2001 when she was 16 and he was about 21. Wilmer then dated Lindsay Lohan when she was 17 years old. Then he dated Demi Lovato when she was 17 years old. She even wrote a song about it on her newest album. Jerry Seinfeld dated Shoshana Leinstein in 1993 when he was 38 and she was 17. They met at a park. They broke up when she graduated from UCLA in 1997 at about 22.
So the parents are giving these celebrities permission to, and that's what happened with R. Kelly. And his attorney should have brought that up. I mean, I just feel like, and the R. Kelly thing, it was
But
so
he
many
still did
twists and
though.
turns because these girls were able to go to the malls, they were at concerts, and they were going back to his house. So if you have the freedom to get out, even if you stop a stranger, as smart as you are, somebody trying to hold you hostage, if you walking by a goddamn Burger King and you see a person walking out to the parking lot with a phone, you finna say, hey, let me see your phone.
Yeah.
Hey, or tell them, hey, come get me. They had a chance to get away. His attorneys fumbled the ball because I feel like, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that he's 100% innocent, I'm just saying that
No, I get what you're saying. He had
it's
some
more
trash
that could have
in him.
been done to that R. Kelly case because
He need to
them
cop.
women had access to go away from that house and come back to the house at a certain time. And then one of it was a guy who was friends with one of the girls. I'm probably sure you heard the recorded phone call. The girl was leaving R. Kelly house, going to her house, picking up clothes, talking to her mom and all that stuff, and then going back to R. Kelly's for the weekend. So they had chance, you know. I just feel like he needs an appeal. Any pedophile out there that's preying on younger women, that's sexually assaulting them, needs to get whatever needs to be handed down or coming to them. But I'm a this fan of that goddamn Me Too movement because there's a lot of women out here downing and putting down the black man, the black male, and our accomplishments for money.
Well, I don't. That ain't just a black man, dog. Like, the Me Too movement is some bullshit.
Thank you. Oh, I thought you was gonna be against that.
Nah,
I'm gonna let
some
you go because
bullshit.
you going against. We supposed to be arguing about the Me Too movement.
Nah, it's some bullshit. Like it's a movement to. I feel like it's probably another tool to take aim at certain people they may want to knock down. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't even think you have to do Me Too with R. Kelly. I heard that nigga couldn't read. You could just mess him up. They say
Hey,
we're illiterate, so you don't even need that. But just to be real, R. Kelly might have been a menace. I just feel like if he in jail, the mama and the dad need to be right there with him.
yeah,
They need to be right there with him. They worse than him. You saw your kid. You know what I'm saying? You was cool what your kid was doing because it was R. Kelly. I feel like the parents only started complaining when R. Kelly wasn't breaking nobody off.
yeah.
Honestly.
Okay, so we
You know what I'm
the
saying?
same on
Same
that.
thing. Like, come on, dog. Elvis married Priscilla Presley. She was like 16 or 14, however old.
Right. I,
You know,
I,
just
I was
like,
gonna bring that one
yeah,
up
my
too.
parents was like, nigga, that's Elvis. Is you stupid? Man, Priscilla, you better go. Even if she didn't want to go, they probably was like, man, you better go. Stop
Right.
What you
And
tripping?
so now, when I was telling you that I understand when it's a person of interest, when they have the same type of interest, they tried to twist what Lil Cece said. Lil Cece is a producer. Drake met Lil Cece, and they was trying to twist her words and make it seem like he was weird. But this is
Him
what
and
she
weird
came
ass.
with. This
I
was
need y'all to stop playing with Drake. That's one. Two, y'all did not understand what I was trying to say at all. He's known my friend since she was at USC. I've known her since high school basketball, and that might be a part I didn't fully get into detail because it just was not on my mind. I didn't think people would be twisting what I had to say like this. He didn't speak to anyone while they was in high school. Okay? I said I messaged him after high school. That was our first time ever speaking, and it was for him to get on one of my beats. And then years later, he did get on one of my beats because he's a real ass fucking nigga. Like, y'all twisting this shit around and making it sound weird are the ones that are really fucking weird.
I ain't even paying attention
and
to that.
and the people digging, like I say, like my partner, Jay Phantom, Jay, he said, especially in today's society, whether like you said earlier, because like I said, you kind of threw away my aims, but people can put a jacket on you in today's time. Whether it's true or not, that jacket is on you, and no matter how you take that jacket off, they still know you wore it.
Yeah.
And that's what Kendrick did to Drake's career. Now, do I
Sorry.
think Drake is over and done with as far as his music? No, I
No.
don't. Because me personally, if I was Drake, to shut all this shit up, but he sensitive and too soft and got in his fucking feelings. When Kendrick came out with all that pedophile shit, ain't no way I would have paused what I was trying to do and addressed everything this guy was saying, but he was thinking about his character and all that bullshit. I would have took the track Metro Boomin got out, BBL Drizzy, and I would have said, "Beautiful black ladies, I'm beating your best lady," whatever. I would have took that because it's already trending. It's the hot shit. That's the type of shit Drake can rap on. I would have
Yeah.
took that fucking track and came right back out, and then
Yeah.
me and
And
Kendrick
then,
would have been battling for number
yeah.
ones on the
Yeah,
motherfucking.
that's what. Yeah, exactly. Then when the music would have stopped, I'd have been like, "Your mama a pedophile," and let the song be.
You
I'd
see
have
what
did
I'm saying?
I'd have did something real childish, like your mama a pedophile, nigga. Yeah,
At
since he
the
said
end,
don't say nigga no more, that's what I would have did. I would have rapped over that beat, and I'd have ended it with your mama a pedophile, nigga,
right,
and
right.
ended.
But yeah, BBL Dreams, he could have made that stand for
Yeah,
beautiful black
agreed.
lady, anything.
That's what I'm
You
saying.
know,
Kendrick out Draked him, dog. He out Draked him.
bodybuilding lover because he's saying I'm a bodybuilding lover. I'm a
Man, I'd have
best
had a
whatever.
video with some
Um,
18 year. I'd have been in the video with some 18-year-olds who look 14. Like I just would have went on and got childish with it. They'd have been
you know what
18.
I'm saying? But he got
I'd have had some
and
18-year-old
on the
chicks that
cool.
look young. That's what I would have did. I'd have had
That's
some
what hurt
18-year-old
me.
chicks that look young. And then something like, yeah, I'm a pedophile, I'm kissing all on and all that. I would have just ran with it. I'd have played it like that.
I
You know what
don't
I'm
know
saying?
why.
Then I might would
And
have
to
cut your
me,
scene in the video where your uncle picking up a chick from high school. Like I just would have played.
you would have
I
clowned.
feel like he got outmaneuvered more so than
Mhm.
anything. He got out rapped and outmaneuvered and outclassed. That's what
Yeah,
I think.
man.
I don't think he's a pedophile, but
And the
I do
key
think
thing
he's a
was
weirdo. I do think
because
he's a weirdo.
Family Matters is still ranked one of the hottest songs. It's
Yeah. I mean, to you, not to me, but yeah.
no, I'm talking about to the world, not me.
No, it's ranked 16 on the Billboard to Kendrick's #1.
I
And
mean, come on now.
Euphoria and Not Like Us is ranked
Who
ahead
can
of it.
mess with a club banger? Come on now.
Euphoria is
It,
ranked ahead of it too. So what are you saying, Todd? In my too
say
short
what?
voice.
What was a club banger?
Euphoria is ranked ahead of it too. So what are you saying?
Right, right. But I'm just saying, it's still number 7. It's number 7. So he's still in the top 10s. And that's as of today.
You got bro. Again, Euphoria is still ranked ahead of it at #3.
Right, right. I mean, because Kendrick is the hottest thing right now. We
Man,
haven't had
Euphoria
this
is a
much
better bitch.
electrifying
Don't
in
tell
hip
no
hop
lies about me, and I won't
since
tell no
Biggie
truth about
and
you.
since Biggie and Pop. You know what I'm saying? You don't even think about real hip hop heads like you. We don't even think about no goddamn Meek Mill. This shit goes back to Biggie and Pop. Like you mentioned earlier, you mentioned Meek Mill and them, but this is not Meek Mill now. And then even Russell had to chime in on it. Pete Russell.
And there's always been a rap beef, but never so much excitement. And again, I know it's like pro wrestling, as Rick Rubin used to say. And it's okay to have these, I guess it's okay to have these skirmishes. I remember saving lives. I mean, I would get in the middle of people who were going to kill each other. Many, many times I saved the lives of rappers or saved them from clashing in ways that were not just verbal. And I see now one thing leads to another. Call this guy a white boy or a pedophile. Call this guy, even saying, oh, look, I raised my children properly. That's my focus. I'm a real man because I do the following. Shit, I can't feel good if you're not quite the same man he is. Every little punchline is hurtful. And they lead to more hurtful punchlines and to gunplay. How many people have died in hip hop for over rap beat or drill music? This idea of using our poetry to tear each other down is the lead thing on Instagram. More important than anything else. More important than destruction of the environment, more important than anything. The possible world war, more important than anything. People say, oh, I just need entertainment. That way I don't go crazy from all the real world stuff. And I get it.
And I never seen so many and I know you see it too on YouTube. So many grown men that's sitting back, rejoicing and Googling things to belittle Drake. Oh man, he did this, man. He did this. What is he doing with the midget, man? Oh man. Hold up, man. And I'm like, come on, man. I mean, every day they wake up to sit in front of their computers. What's going on with Drake today? I mean, I understand you're getting paid. I understand the streams, the views. I understand you're getting paid. But they wake up every day and no matter what, yo, he did that, man. Drake did that, man. He did that. Just like when they tried to bring up the midget thing. And I like the way the midget played him. The midget said, I'm going to come on my live at 6 o'clock. And he had all the bloggers tuning in. And he said, I'm going to set the record straight. I got record-breaking news. And when the midget came on, he was talking about a goddamn elevator. And elevator for the handicap. And then they was banned. Man, what the fuck you talking about? A fucking elevator, blah, 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 for the handicap. But they've been trying to bring him down. And this is what the midget said. They was like, there's something happening in that room. Because they listened to that Ebony Prince page on X and Instagram. And this is what the midget told. Check the midget out.
Christopher Alvarez is revealing what really went down with Drake at the Mark Hotel. He didn't do a live stream, but he did release an article. The article was shared on the Brooklyn Eagle website. Christopher says he's had the privilege to be with Drake, Kendrick Lamar, and other celebrities who have been nice, and confirms that he was with Drake on the night of January 22nd, 2023. That is the night that this screenshot was taken from. He says after his New York concert with 21 Savage, Christopher was called to meet Drake at the Mark Hotel. They had a blast listening to new beats, and he confirms he was not violated in any way. He also talks about the rumor that a hotel security guard was fired for letting him wait inside of the hotel. He believes that this rumor is true and he feels bad. He also apologizes to the guard and his family. He addresses the rumor that he accepted hush money from Drake. Christopher says he doesn't know anything about the Drake and Kendrick beef. He's a hardworking journalist and doesn't have rappers on speed dial to be the mole or the snitch. So there you have it. Christopher says nothing bad happened with Drake.
Okay, we'll wrap it up. But so everybody just want to see this dude do bad. You know what I'm saying? But okay, you lost the battle. And like you said earlier, we don't even want to talk about, the battle. You lost the battle. And as far as all of these accusations, the people that matter are saying it don't matter. Just like the one he was on stage with. This is Tia. She was saying that it was nothing then. He just did a little thing, but they trying to, he did this and that and that. Drake 22, she's 17. That just was part of his show. He shouldn't have kissed her near her lips. But if the 17 years old, like you said earlier, is age of consent in a lot of states. So if he did kiss her, you know what I'm saying, that I hold the parents accountable for that. So we both kind of agreed on that. But the 14-year-old thing, you kind of messed me up with that because I got a 14-year-old back there. And hell no, I ain't been letting no motherfucking 30-year-old be texting her. But if I was that type of parent and she says it's for their career, how we know that they didn't give them permission? They didn't give her permission to text him.
Fast.
I'm sorry.
Yours.
I'm sitting in front of two computers and one just started doing weird stuff. Okay.
So how we know that the parents didn't give her permission to text Drake, and how we know when he texts, they don't call her in there. We don't know, but the fact that she didn't want nobody to see the texts, we don't know what I'm saying. So, but she's in his corner. She's in his corner. Like you say, it's borderline. I like your definition. It can be. Yeah. It could not. And then you said that you're not accusing him of anything. Because I thought you was gonna get on here bashing him, and like I said, you
don't know him. Why would I
you kind of came in totally different than what I expected.
But if you on my social media page, you never saw me like, oh, he a weirdo. I was just like, oh, that he got ran through. He got handled bad. He sucked. Kendrick handled him. I wasn't like, oh, he a pedo. He did this. I don't know that. I don't know Drake. I ain't never been around Drake, but I do know he's a weirdo.
And majority of guys, especially in the industry, as you saw in those videos, they're gonna date the younger hot girls, and I think he got affiliated with people like the Sexy Red because the bitch is hot. No matter how ugly, ghetto, she looked like walking gonorrhea, but the bitch is hot. I got a party this weekend. I got a DJ.
I'm a DJ. I want you to do more research, okay? First of all,
I got a DJ. I got a DJ. A team.
What is it? Grange something. They like there used to be a tech. Some dudes who own a tech company, and now they have like a music label, but it's different from the rest of the labels. She's with them.
I mean, she's probably part of the Illuminati. I mean,
told you niggas that Drake is getting paid to do this. He was not lying. He be giving y'all hints. He don't be hating. He be putting it out there. The same thing when you go look up all that other stuff on Drake. Go see who label she on. Go see who has deals with who, so it can make sense. He ain't with her because
now
she's hot because of the Drake affiliation. If you remember, Rihanna was on the same level. They were on the same level, but she got the Nicki cosign, the Drake cosign, so that put her somewhere else. Like, just go Google what I'm saying.
I know it. I know it.
Like, Drake don't have to just latch on to anything that comes out. I'm telling you, Drake be having deals. That's why these niggas don't like him, dog. It's business. It's not pleasure. It ain't over no hoes. Like, niggas too old to be thinking that it's over hoes. Like, for real, we grown. I'm 46. People too old to be thinking so simple-minded. At this age, at this stage, it's about that paper. It's about that paper. If all I know is this: if I release a song and you do a feature on my song and you get more points on my song than I do, even though you hotter than me, you don't think I'm gonna be side-eye? You don't think I'm gonna be looking at you like, yo, dust ass? Yeah, you made me hot, but that's the best.
Okay. The after
everything is about money. Like, it ain't about pedophilia. Man, Hollywood don't care about them being pedophiles. Like, Kendrick, like you said, you've been in the industry 12 years. You ain't gonna tell. All you niggas used to be like, and Puff was my favorite. I remember when you won the Grammy over Jay-Z. I remember when you said, I just want to thank Jay-Z and Nas and Puff. I ain't forgot. So what that let me know is all y'all knew. All y'all knew this nigga was a weirdo. And all y'all knew. So what that tells me is all y'all accept that weirdo behavior. So nothing
right. And I feel like all he got to do is just sit back. It's gonna be a minute. I feel like if he just ignored the shit and come out with some fucking music, it'll kind of die down.
Yeah,
but his dumb ass feeding into every damn thing. That's the problem.
Put it like this: what if they all pedos, dog? What if they all pedophiles? So why are you gonna be the one to fall for the pedophile gag if all y'all doing it? Like, who knows? We all know Hollywood is weird anyway. So I felt like I said, like you said, I would have took that BBL Drizzy beat. I probably would have paid Jay-Z for a verse or Quentin, whomever. And then at the end of the song,
fuck that. Throw Sexy Bread broke ass on that bitch.
Yeah, and then at the end of the song, I would have been like, "Yo, mama a pedophile, nigga." That's what I would have said. And then they'd be like, "Oh, he said his mama was a pedophile. Why he said that? Because she tried to holler at me in the grocery store." I mean, since we out here lying, that's how I'm doing it. Well, let's just go and do it. Then let me childish then. But he ain't play it right. He got out. Kendrick out-Draked him, outsmarted him, and the reason why he was able to be outsmarted is because subconsciously you were already intimidated by the nigga. That's why you were so easily whooped.
Kind of like Tyson used to do them people in the ring. Exactly. He would get in their head.
Exactly. You hear me punching the wall, you shook. When we get to the ring, I already won. That's why he was knocking niggas out in the first round. That's why, because you already shook.
That's real.
Imagine being in a room next door to a nigga, he punching the wall. You hit him in there punching the wall. Man, you so shook. You get in the ring. That's why he was winning. But like when I read about and learned about, like, when they went back and went over Tyson's history, his beginnings, and I was like, you mean to tell me this nigga, even the cuss dude talking about him, you mean to tell me this nigga was punching the wall? Because one boxer was telling the story about him punching the wall. He like, man, he was so shook, he didn't know what to do. So you lost half the battle right there.
And and then I'm gonna let you go. The problem too that's getting me. Tyson is in a different place right now, spiritually and mentally. I want him to be victorious, but I'm not sure whether money gonna play into it or he's too nice right now. Kind of like you said with the J. Cole. Tyson is not the Tyson that we saw in.
No, they're gonna pay him to drop. Know that he's being paid to drop. I don't know if you saw what I saw, but I've been seeing this nigga working out, and them hands still quick as hell.
Oh yeah, he bad as fuck.
I watched him and the white boy at 50 something. He's still quicker than that white boy. But I got a sneaky suspicion they not already paid my boy to. They not already paid.
Yeah, and that's gonna hurt the whole world, man.
Yeah,
and they don't need to do that.
See, that's what they want though. They want us to.
Dude,
y'all thinking he gonna win?
I was in college when he lost that battle against Buster Douglas. And when I tell you, my whole college dorm ran out to the balcony and lost their freaking minds and was mad for weeks. And that fight was Tyson was supposed to win. He was supposed to win on the card and lose in the ring, and it'd be a draw. And then they were gonna come back and make so much money. But when Tyson heard Tokyo booing him, and you can go back and watch the video on YouTube, he was up against the ropes. He heard Tokyo booing him. He looked back. He stood up. He went, "Bah!" And Buster Douglas fell to the ground. And then Buster looked like this wasn't supposed to happen. So he had already roughed him up in the ring. So when he got up, he said, "I'm going to just go and finish him." And that's why he was mad at Don King. But I know you got work to do tomorrow. You got to get up early. So do I. But I'm going to close it out after you leave. I want to thank you for coming on. And like I said, we must do this again because your vibe, like I say, I fed off of you. And you deep into hip hop. So you are hip hop. So I give you the hip hop crown tonight. And it's been a pleasure. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Have a great day at work tomorrow. And we will do this again soon.
You too. You need to send Drake a message about our idea. I really thought he was gonna rap on BBL Drizzy.
Man, look, if he do that, actually, I think I did inbox him, but that was right before all of the shoot the house stuff and you know, and everybody coming out with all these accusations. He just kind of went into hiding. But yeah, I'm gonna shoot it to him, and I'm gonna shoot it again to him, and I'm gonna shoot it to academics and see what they say. But you gonna get you some rest and get ready to battle them students tomorrow. It's been a pleasure.
Yeah. Oh, I haven't been in the classroom in years. I still work in education. I've been a dean, and now I'm an art specialist.
Okay.
All right. So
I knew you had went back to school for something. I knew it went from teacher, principal. You know, you just kept.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, keep it going. But I think you had a good place right now. So hit me up though. Let's work.
I will. This was fun.
I agree.
Again, I'm open.
All right, I got you.
All right. Bye.
Get at me later. All righty. Yeah, you heard it. Kim K. She did her thing tonight. We bounced ideas, and yeah, I thought she was gonna come at a different angle tonight, but we was pretty much on the same damn page, which threw me off, shot the shit out of me, because she's so straight and direct, and you know. But yeah, my thing that I want everybody to get out of it, I look at all these bloggers, all these YouTubers, and they're getting paid, and they're all just hating Drake. He did this, he did that. And then when that Ebony Prince dude came out with more accusations, and like I say, that's why the caption reads, "The world against Drake." You know what I'm saying? It reads, let me find it. Okay. It says, "Everybody against Drake, or are they? because the main people that they're pointing out, the Millie Bobby Brown, the Tia, I think it's Tia Jones, the one that was on stage that was 17, and she was like, uh, it's Jaded, but that's not her name. But it was like she identified herself as a teenager who shared the intimate moment with the Toronto rapper on stage at the show in 2010. Everybody trying to make it worse by saying, oh, he was 23. It was 2010, May of 2010. Drake's birthday is not until October. So that makes him 22 at the time. And as Kim K said, 17, and I've been saying this too, is the legal age of consent. So anybody who's trying to say, oh, the Fed's gonna get him, he's gonna be like P. Diddy, he the next P. Diddy. No, you want this guy to be the next P. Diddy. But she was 17 back then, she's 31 now, and she explained on Instagram, you know, that was then, this is now. It was nothing then, and it's nothing now. It's basically what she was saying, and this is what she looks like and Drake look like today, and they actually work together. She was once employed by Universal, so they still affiliated today. You know what I'm saying? So, and then out of so much backslash on this dude, everybody hating on it, just like they do my girl Nikki. Uh, they want to just hate, and it's more of the younger generation. And I guess Drake kind of came in there right behind the Lil Waynes and the Jay-Z. So he's not a Lil Baby, Da Baby, and Future in them, because he came in a little bit before all of them. So he kind of slid in that kind of old school class. But let me see. With that being said, hold on a moment. They don't talk about the good things that Drake has done. He's been paying tuition at every concert. He picks people out, and he's been paying their tuition. They come with the posters or whatever and telling their problems. If he notices them and they're close to the thing, he acknowledges it and he pays them. Here he goes.
Drake paying off tuition for San Antonio students.
Looking at this sign, I've been looking. Can you move your finger right there so I can see the name? Okay. I've been looking at this sign since I got up here. It says, we lost our mom in a car accident. Full-time students, can you help with tuition? Priscilla forever. Priscilla is your mom's name? Well, you know what? In the name of Priscilla tonight, first of all, rest in peace to your beautiful mother. I'm gonna pay both y'all tuitions. Hey, San Antonio, make some noise for these two girls right here. Yeah, make some noise, man. Make some noise for their mom. God rest us all. Over there. Go find that person. Somebody go find the tuition sign over there. This is what I'm gonna do. We paying for your tuition tonight, and we paying for your tuition tonight. Yeah, you right there. OSAP tuition. We paying for your tuition tonight. We paying for your tuition tonight. And we gonna find 5 more people that need their tuition paid for. I'm taking care of everything. Second, I see this girl with a sign right here, and this one's important to me. Her sign says, I just found out I have MS. Will you help make my night? You know, my brother 40 is one of the strongest people on earth, and he fights through a lot of things. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna connect you with 40, first of all, maybe y'all can have a conversation. And second of all, I'm gonna pay whatever it takes to get you the best help in the world, I promise you that. You got my word. And you can come back tomorrow night.
Alrighty, so he does do good things for the community, and his shows have been sold out just like Nicki's. And I just feel like a lot of the industry guys, you'll have videos of them saying that they thank him for the work that he did with them. He helped them, a lot of them, get in the top 10. So they're just trying to get him. And I feel like he just so-called lost the battle. Kendrick outwitted him. He wasn't the type of lyricist to go against someone of Kendrick's caliber. They're two totally different rappers, two totally different type of rappers. So they had no business in the arena together. But he got hard. So I give that to Drake. And he's going through a lot. I just feel like we said, he just needs to keep making music. He got caught up in the beef and lost focus. And now Academics going through some shit. And I think Academics is really going to go under in the shit that he's going through. Let's see. Hold on. Search. Okay. So, but to catch it on YouTube or see the live now, go to the Black Movement, or you can continue watching it either on YouTube or Facebook. But yeah, he got out focused and everything. And then to let Rolling Stone call our rap beef, I think that was kind of out of the ballpark, because it could have kept going, but I think when Drake saw the allegations of being a pedophile and all of that, and then speaking of that, Ibaka, whatever the rapper name that's under Drake, that's was going on a case for sexual harassment or sexual assault, is what they're saying. Does Drake or anybody supposed to just disown their friend because they got caught up in some stuff? You know what I'm saying? Then they saying, well, he got a fake security company. Well, hell, I thought it was a smart move. If I got security guards and I'm able to get them an LLC and I make money off of their LLC, I thought it was a player smart move. But you got people on YouTube, oh man, that nigga, that's a fake security company. It's not fake if it's an LLC. So it's like, I'm just looking at how can so many grown ass men, and then all the women who they try to put on him for saying he liked young women and he had no business doing this and that. And like I say, I was cool. The 17-year-old legal age of consent, but he shouldn't have kissed her on the lips. But legal age of consent, I guess that's why he got away with it on stage. And I understand where Kim K was coming from, where it looks weird, and it does. But at the same point, with him being an entertainer, 22 at the time, really was like his first time really in the game. He didn't know a lot. So I blame immaturity as far as the game, because like I say, he was 22 at the time. Everybody trying to say 23. If his birthday is in October, because he claimed October's own, and the concert was in May of 2010, if you do the math, and I'm a math person, that makes him 22, her 17. So if you count 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, it's a 5-year difference. And she's 17, legal age of consent. The concert was in Colorado. So the legal age of consent in Colorado is 17. Her parents were there, allowed it to happen. So they're just coming out with all these, oh, he's a pedophile. And that's all I'm saying. I disagree with that. And to affiliate itself with the Millie Bobby Browns and the Little CCs, all the people that has relevant reason, they're in the music industry or in the movie industry, uh, for him to affiliate himself with them, yes. The text messages at 14, that is on the parents, because my 14-year-old would not be texting no 35-year-old man. I don't give a damn if he own fucking Netflix. Uh, you know, I'll be like, he'll text you, we'll keep in touch with him. We'll go to a couple of when he's in town, we'll go to his events and things together. But as far as the text messaging and all of that, yeah, I kind of agree with Kim K once she broke it down. He would have to text us and the mom and I, or send us some type of message, email, or in the mail, and we'll go to his events and things like that. But no, I don't think I would allow. And that kind of broke me down a little bit too, because I was like, hey, I understand the affiliation, but then the 14-year-old age kind of hits a little closer to home. So I had to agree with her on that when she called it out. But I needed somebody to call it out to me for me to kind of see it, because I understand the affiliation when you're in the music industry, when you're a mentor, when you're in a role model. And she said he's a role model. He's this, but I also know guys that grooms these 14, 15, 16-year-olds, and then a lot of them marry them and run off with them at 18. So I kind of understand both sides, and it took Kim K to kind of make me see it that way, because my thing was I see the affiliation. Because they're all active in the industry. So I'm like, okay, he can coach her. He was 15 on Degrassi. She's 14, was 14 with the with her show Stranger Things. And then with me being a DJ, I get a lot of people coming to me wanting to take pictures. And that be from elementary school, middle school, high school, even in the club, they come up and they take pictures. I have to throw the deuces up and do a photo. So when I speak, I'm speaking from a popular DJ perspective, as well as being around people that's actually in the industry, sitting in the studios with the Young Jeezys and the Mysticals and Tim Smooths and Fabo now, being around them, seeing how they feed off each other. And even Drake admitted to collaborating is what he called it. And let me see, did I upload that? I don't think I uploaded. Yes, I did. Hold on.
But that project's obviously riddled in controversy because of Quentin Miller, right? A lot of people feel like, well, he helped you with some songs, and even to this credit, I feel like you're still battling these ghostwriting rumors and this type of thing that in some sense, I think does try to tarnish your legacy, whether it's effective or not. Like, how do you look back on that album, and does that still take away anything from that album for you, or how do you view it now when you look at it?
No, I really have, I've really made my peace. I have no embarrassment when it comes to what I did on that album. I worked with somebody on, I think, 4 or 5 songs on that record. I pulled my weight when it came to my pen. It wasn't like I just, it wasn't like I needed somebody to facilitate, entire ideas. We worked together. And if I need to be the poster child that took all those hits for all my peers hiding behind me that do the same thing every fucking album, that's fine, I'll do it. Because there's a lot of people that link up with other people and make records that you guys love, And that's kind of how music is a collaborative thing, it's and I understand in rap, of course, in your comment section, it's a little different because we conduct ourselves, and I still associate myself in that community, we conduct ourselves by a few different rules. We tweak the rules a little bit. in the sense that
if it's a hook, it's okay.
Yeah, it's like, you know, there's
Dang,
things like
nah.
that, you know, but, you know, with that being said, like, you know, anybody that knows me knows that my strongest talent is writing. That is my strongest talent. I'm not a great singer. I'm a good performer. I've grown into a great performer. But my greatest talent is writing, you know, and that's why people ask me to write songs for them. That's why people like to get in the room and write with me.
Okay. So what I got out of that is he collaborates. And when you're an artist as big as Drake, and as Kim K mentioned, has to put out as many albums and hits that he has to do or had to do when he was tied into whatever, to get those hits, a lot of times you may have 5 good songs that you penned yourself. And then you'll have like, it needs to be a 12 song. So now you have 5 songs. So now you have to come up with 7 more songs. And so out of those 7 songs, you may get somebody to collaborate with you, throw their ideas, come up with a hook, give you a rhythm. It's so much that comes to creating a hit. And Drake is a hit maker. So he has to, you know, I understand when they feed off of each other. So for the youngsters or whatever to come on, are people that's just fans of whoever they're fans of, that's not true hip hop heads, as Kim K said, that's not true hip hop heads wouldn't understand someone coming in with a rhythm, someone coming in with a hook, someone giving you a cadence, a rhythm to go off on the song. So to say that he can't write, and every time he say something, the hater, the one that's against him, will say, if he wrote it. The guy was rapping before Quint Miller. Their videos, he's in there with Funkmaster Flex with his phone. That's why all the rappers got the phone, reading their lyrics in their phone from Drake. This was before the Quint Miller. The Quint Miller thing was a mixtape. He put the mixtape out. Quint Miller had been following Drake when he first came out, and they met, and he was like, hey man, yeah, if you do this, if you do that, I can make you sound like this, you can sound like that, this will be good for you to sound like da da da. So on that album, he gave him credit for the collabo to get him paid. And what people don't understand, ghostwriters are ghostwriters. It's called ghostwriting for a reason. If someone pins your whole song, your whole lyrics, it's called ghostwriting because you don't give them credit. You get the credit. And they'll have to Google, or you have to get angry at them and come out and say you did it, you know. But that's why it's called ghostwriting, because you don't see ghosts. You know, you can't recognize a ghost. So it's called ghostwriting. But if somebody gives you credit, you may have contributed the hook. They may have took a line that you said in the studio, but that don't discredit that artist from being a rapper, especially or being a lyricist, especially if that person was rapping and spitting and dropping lyrics before they met their so-called ghostwriter. But when you get as big as the Drakes and the Jay-Z's and all of them, collaborative efforts come in. The Weeknd helped Jay-Z on an album and got credited. You know, so when you're achieving those hits, that don't mean you can't pen, because you can get in there by yourself with the best of them and do your thing. But when you're creating these albums and trying to get these hits, you may call in because you're not going to have all the fresh ideas. Like Jay-Z had the Young Guns. around him. And when we heard Jay-Z say, I think I might wife up, some baby blue, white Nike, that was the Young Guns flow. So he had them up under him to keep that fresh, his flow fresh. Eminem, D12, they recruit these guys to keep them hot and fresh. And so they take certain things from them, you know? And so that's just to keep them relevant. But that doesn't mean that that person or that artist can't write. They're just keeping their ideas fresh. Just like Kim K said, in order to sign, Bryson Tiller had to give this song up. Different artists have to give songs up. If you get up under here, we that hook tight as shit. I need that hook. What you saying is tight, man. If I was to take that and put my lyrics on it and make that my song, but the people like the Jay-Z's and even Boosie did this with Fox song. Wipe Me Down is really Fox song. Boosie got on the song because it was so hot. The original version is by Fox by itself. Boosie got on the song went to another level, and Boosie have to perform that song every time he performs. He has to do Wipe Me Down. And that's one of the biggest songs he got next to Set It Off. So it's like Jay-Z get on artist tracks just so he can perform them in his concert. And like Kim K said, he gets the points for it. He may have 2 verses on there. He might be saying or whatever, and get points for it. And the artists are getting fed up now with them putting out singles or getting hit songs, but yet the other artists that's on the tracks, the features, are getting more points and getting paid more than them. So this might be a money thing. So I didn't really look at it like that. You know what I'm saying? So it's deep. The rap game, the music game, period, is a deep game, and it's a lot of snakes in the game. There's a lot of wickedness going on in the game, and it'll really drive you crazy if you just sit and go into it. But the fact that everybody and their stepmama was coming at Drake on the negative tip that I see all over YouTube. Oh man, the nigga did this, nigga did that. And then the latest thing was they was trying to dig up to see what happened on July 17th, the 27th or something, where I think it was the 17th, where he allegedly got arrested for an altercation. But the altercation turned out being Drake ended up fighting somebody that was trying to block them from getting into the club, and Drake beat him up, allegedly. And so, but people wanted it to be something, oh, if something happened, it's something worse than that. And it's like, I just never seen so many men, especially. And there's a lot of hating women out there. Oh yeah, he's pedophile, he's pedophile, because he's in the industry where you're gonna have young fans. Where if, like I was explaining to the daughter, she wants to be she's kind of like a blogger per se, and she wants to do something similar to that. So if somebody like, she's 14, so if somebody like Casanat and she be watching a lot of other YouTubers, and let's just say that she does a blog that blows up or something that everybody gets in tune to, and one of the older bloggers that's 25 or something inbox her about working with her. They're affiliated. So that's, when you have the same type of interest, I feel like you kind of get a pass. And then Drake has been skating by a thin line, and like Kim say, weird behavior, meaning you hadn't hit the red button, you hadn't hit the red mark, but shit, you borderline hitting it. So that it's kind of weird. So weird behavior actually means you ain't got caught yet, but you moving. Your moves are looking kind of shaky. Your moves are looking suspicious. You kind of foul. But it wouldn't be nothing new like the video I showed. A lot of guys are dating the younger women. I call Drake a chaser because anybody that's hot, he tries to make himself affiliated with them. And I noticed that he tries to affiliate himself with whoever is hot. If Lil Yachty's the shit, if the baby the shit, if Young Boy the shit, he's gonna go with whoever is hot and he's gonna make a track with you. You know what I'm saying? And then 21 hot, he gonna do an album. Let's do an album. Shit. Fuck it. And but when it comes to the points, the older rap guys like, hey nigga, you ain't getting on my shit because you get more points than me. You want to sing the hook, you trying to get 2 verses, so that may be something to come into play. And I'm gonna have to Google future women, but I really don't know too many women Drake and then the baby mamas. But yeah, so I believe it's bigger than women. But that's what the blogs want us to believe, that he's going behind everybody back, screwing they women, and now everybody mad at Drake. You know what I'm saying? From who all on this photo? From let's see who we have. Okay, we got Rihanna, ASAP, Rick Ross, Future. And that's that Christopher Alvarez, the midget that they tried to say he beat up or did some foul to. And saying, what are he doing hanging with Drake? It's like after a concert, okay? What you do after a concert? You go to freaking after parties. The guy is like 24, 25 and a 9-month-old body. I actually had a cousin that was like that died a while back. So it's a deformity that he had, okay, that he has. So if he wanted to hang out with Drake and it's kind of like one of the last wish type things, I see nothing wrong with that. But when you hate somebody or want to see somebody downfall or demise, you're gonna see a problem with any and everything they do. But no one talked about him giving tuition, paying tuition at every concert. If they had the posters and they show the posters and he pick them out of the concert and he actually pays their tuition. No one talks about that. But Kendrick says he's a pedophile and he don't take care of his kids. No matter his Adonis. No matter how many videos we see with him doing that boy's hair, him with the guy singing, he put the guy on his album. But Kendrick says he's a bad father, so he's a bad father because Kendrick said it, and you don't like the guy. So that's what's wrong to me with society today. It's too many followers. No one has their own mind where they just say, hey, it is what it is. We all sway to whatever negativity. And Drake got caught up in that. And I just wish he was strong enough to just be like, fuck it, and just keep living his life. Haters gonna hate. And if they ain't hating, you ain't doing nothing. This nigga is the #1 selling rap artist of today. We ain't talking about no streams that he helped whoever get. As a matter of fact, Kendrick's album, his old album went and blew up because of people started back listening to it because Drake did the Mother Eye. So they went back and Googled the Mother Eye Sober, and now they've been listening to that album, and hell, it got damn near 1 billion streams. So it's like this dude is helping so many people's career, and everybody just want to see him fall. I know the year of the light-skinned man is hell, but goddamn, talent is talent. And so I had no dog in that race with that battle. I really didn't really care who I like say Biggie, Tupac, KRS-One, kind of old school. Like I like those kind of artists and lyricists. 50 more years of hip hop. Y'all need to go check out KRS-One. 50 more years of hip hop. Just go to YouTube, Google that, and check out how he rap on that. He'll chop up any of your top fives. You know, that's just my opinion. Not to mention the Red Mans and Method Man Hot of the old schools. But yeah, I'm gonna have to send her the Lil Sean. But yeah, it's just I just had to. I like taking the underdogs, and I often root for the bad guys in the movies. That's just something that I do. But I'm about to wrap it up. But yeah, stop calling all men that dates younger women doesn't necessarily mean that they're pedophiles. And I'm saying this because of the videos too that I be seeing on YouTube with them trying to prove that he's a pedophile. The average man, 40, 50, the average man is probably going to be more attracted to a younger female anyway, unless he meets a genuine, and when you're 35 plus, 40 plus, you become a queen if you have knowledge of self and you value your body and you have principles about yourself. But other than that, majority of older men are going to be trying to date younger women and younger women. And don't take it from me. I got this from a therapist, an ex-therapist, but check out her version and maybe you'll believe this because she's white.
They want a woman who is extremely sexually explorative. Are you ready for my take? Okay, Jasmine, I appreciate that you may have had a particular personal experience with older men and they may have been predators, but older men do not seek out younger women to date because they want an extremely sexually explorative woman. Older men who are healthy are seeking younger women because they're supposed to be more sexually pure. They're supposed to have less sexual partners. They're supposed to have less baggage, less trauma, and ultimately they should respect them more because a lot of older women become jaded and they may be abrasive and difficult to deal with. But ultimately, younger women are just naturally more beautiful and more fertile. And so especially if an older man is late to the game and he's just starting out with trying to have a family, of course he's going to want to pick a younger woman. Or maybe he wants to continue building his family legacy and he wants to have more children. So of course he's going to want to pick someone ultimately who is more fertile and able to have children. So it's very important to have the whole package. You want a woman who has a little bit of everything, right? She's beautiful, she's fertile, she's intellectually and emotionally mature, she's grounded, she's self-aware, she knows her needs, her boundaries, her goals, her values, all of those things. But if you ask a man if he's gonna pick a woman the same age or like 2 years younger than him and a woman who's 10 years younger than him with all of the other same character traits, of course he's gonna pick the younger woman. And there is absolutely nothing wrong with that. So painting older men in this light that they're all predatory and they're seeking to exploit younger women in a sexual way, that's unfair. And so I wanted to take this opportunity to put my 2 cents in to correct this bad perspective and to pray that all of you stay away from predatory men and that predatory men are held accountable for their doing, but do not blame all men who are older and maybe more sophisticated and think that they're being creepy because they're not. Perhaps you're just not the right pair for each other.
So my thing on that is just to speak on the pedophilia thing. And he threw it out there. And like I say, and in Drake's defense, every woman that they tried to twist to say that he's chasing them and doing creepy things, they all saying that that's not what actually happened, that it is genuine, and he just talked to him. Though in our eyesight, it don't look right. But until they say something different, it's not a crime. But unfortunately, in our society, um, especially amongst our people, you are guilty until proven innocent. And Drake is a part of that. So the fact that, oh yeah, he did this and da 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 da, he dated uh what's her name? What's that rapper? Uh Lotto's sister. Lotto's sister's 21. So if Drake at 37 want to date 21, she's legal, is no big deal. And then when you're in a profession like he has, uh he knows that he's not ready to settle down with a 35 plus year old woman because he's on the road. He's probably still enjoying parties and groupies and all that. So why even try to commit to a 35 plus or 40 plus woman, knowing that you're enjoying your groupie thing? You're at the height of your career. You know what I'm saying? You 27, 37. You 37 years old, and women mature faster than men. So at 37 years old, Drake still got at least another 37, another 5 years or more to enjoy the groupie, the pop life. So um, that's another reason, you know what I'm saying? So until some of these women start saying he raped me, now academics, he got some shit going on, and it's not looking well for Act. And I feel like it may be a clout chaser thing, but at the same thing, you know, it may be a money thing. But um, what she's alleging is not looking good for academics. Um, you know, rape and sexual assault, and then another one coming forward. But he brought that on himself too, because he's all on his podcast talking about how much money he has. He's a $20 million nigga. Okay, so when they get through with his ass, he probably gonna be a $5 to $1 million nigga. I don't wish that on the brother, but he shouldn't have done that. I'm gonna reach out probably to him, but I was gonna try to get him on here tonight, but shit, that shit hit, and the last thing he trying to do is, you know. But I may bring him on and talk about it, but it's just it's crazy, and you got to watch yourself in 2024, 2025, man. Uh, it's a lot of shit, a lot of things going down. And guess what? P. Diddy still ain't got arrested. So like I said, it's a lot of stuff going on, man. But with all that being said, um, stop believing everything that these that you see on TikTok, uh, Instagram, Facebook, X. And these people are human. These people have lives. And just because you hating on them because they light skin, how they look. The one lady said about Drake, she tired of turning on her radio every time hearing a song by him. The bastard good, he just good. You can't turn on a hip hop and R&B radio station and listen to it for 45 minutes without hearing a Drake song or two Drake songs, something that he's affiliated with, whether it's a Sexy Red song, whether it's that new little I bought you some your shoes, I bought you another pair, whatever, you're gonna hear something by Drake on the radio. So get over it. The guy is talented, he's doing what he's doing. He's just not a battle rapper for the caliber that Kendrick was. But hell, he held his he had the heart, and he held it for a second. You know what I'm saying? He didn't bow out and not do it. He jumped up for the fans, but Kendrick just had other plans. And I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna get out of here. The key thing that y'all should take from the Kendrick and Drake beef: Besides that #1 hit, They Not Like Us. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm gonna be playing that Friday night. I got a graduation party, and that shit, I'm probably gonna play that shit about 3 times. I already know it. But what I took out of that is, like I told Kim K, if somebody don't like you or say they don't like you, they don't like you. Believe that shit. Okay? And let it be as it may. Let the chips fall where it may, you know. But yeah, he's not that all bad. Like I say, the guy giving away tuition, paying tuition. Do you know how much tuition is these days? And and that last one, he was like paying 5, 6, maybe. I think he did like 10 people tuitions. He was just pointing out, you know what I'm saying? So he's giving back to the community. So as much people want to bash him, look at the good things. Just like they try to bash Nicki, her streams are up, sold out concerts, the most sold out concerts ever. She's breaking records with that. And but nobody wants to give her credit. They want to just hype up the Megans and the Cardi B's. And we're not even gonna say Sexy Red, because like I said, she's doing her thing right now. She's up and coming. I like Glorilla, but Sexy Red doing her goddamn thing. She's like got one of them albums that you can just hit play and just let the bitch roll. So yeah. So with all of that being said, I'm about to shut it down. Dr. Ship, Hip Hop Podcast, Wednesday night, doing what we do. Every third Wednesday, I come on here and I talk hip hop. What I'm gonna talk about next Wednesday, next month on the third Wednesday, June 3rd Wednesday, I don't know, but I'm sure by then we'll know what's going on with academics. And then on certain nights when we don't have nothing going on, I may do my hip hop then. But once again, I want to shout out to my homegirl, Mel and Jay from Detroit. It's Mel's birthday. They turned us on to this. Y'all need to go pick it up. You know what I'm saying? I was a little shook at first. It's the moonshine. I was a little shook at first by the color of it, but it actually gets you feeling good. And then, yeah, I'm promoting it because they give it to me free and it's paid for. You know what I'm saying? They pay me for it. But anyway, but yeah, the whiteness threw me off because when I'm a drinker, when I used to drink heavily, I wasn't looking for no white liquor to drink. But I tried it, and you know, it's mellow. You know what I'm saying? It's cool. And but yeah, it's all right. This is my first time really just drinking it. I tasted it over their house about 3-4 weeks ago, and we got this, and we just been sitting in the refrigerator. So tonight I said, okay, Kim K coming on. I know how deep she is, so I gotta get in, and I gotta be DJ Black on here. I can't be nobody but DJ Black, and so I had to turn into DJ Black on this Waka Flocka tonight. But shout out to Kim K though. I'm about to get out of here. It's been a pleasure, and she will be on here off and on. You know what I'm saying? When we going into on this hip hop. But with all of that being said, this DJ Black, Hip Hop Wednesdays. Let's talk hip hop. We out. I'm out. Peace.
And what it meant to DJ Scott LaRock.
Notorious, I'll cross you like a jelly bean. I'm hip hop. Hip hop. Hip hop. Hip hop. Hip hop.
and what it meant to DJ Scott.